I'm fitting to score next. My J is all net, me and Jay that you saw next. Getting back on defense, hit him with strong flex. I'm official like a ref, trying not to get attacked. And we go hard on Brooklyn, that's a promise. Watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Mitch, you watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Switch, they can't guard me, especially side the Barclays. Spin between crosses, I can score with both hands. Midi flawless, and I get to paint like an artist. I'm a boss smith, so you should respect my handle. I see the big picture with the Nets like a mantle. In the future, I see us as Shamsu, and when we do, I'ma do a Brooklyn dance move. The Sturdy or Millie rock like a fan do. And that's a bet like my parlay on FanDuel.
VROOKLYN, VROOKLYN, VROOKLYN.
Yo, oh my goodness. I thought we was gonna lose that game, but let me slow it down. It's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. It's Joey BK. It's the Nets fans. We the best fans. Shit, before we get into it, Joey, shout out your Facebook page. Know what I'm saying? Shout out to Harold. He pulled up because of you last game. So you got the fans pulling up. I appreciate, know what I'm saying? Y'all helped me grow on the page. I appreciate that. But talk to us, man. What's your Facebook page? Where we can find some of your content?
On Nets Nation, man. Just put Nets Nation in the search bar on Facebook, and it'll pop right up, man. We got
what's the logo? What's the logo?
Say again.
What's the logo? What it look like when you like the logo of the page?
Oh, the logo, you're gonna see a background of all the current Nets players.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yo, you see the thumbnail, man. Jalen Wilson, could he start for the Brooklyn Nets? You see McCallum on the Bridges on the bench with Trendon Warfare? Like, what the hell going on, man?
McCallum is a weirdo. But anyway, you know how I felt about Jalen Wilson, man. I just got done responding to a couple of guys on Reddit about Jalen Wilson. Like, they was trying to shit on him. Like, yo, he's unathletic. He's just a low level, creator and this and that and the third. And I'm sitting back like, that's nasty work, because Jalen Wilson may not have the prettiest game and he may not be the most athletic player, but he's a fucking dog.
Yeah, now we got a good way. We got a good play, and I ain't gonna lie, Derek Whitehead kind of let me down this game, man. I ain't gonna hold you, but
yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me finish with Jalen. I'm gonna get into Derek, but Jalen Wilson's a fucking dog. Like, I seen it the first summer league. That kid is going to go out there and battle, and he's not going to back down from anyone. And he fights in the paint. He's in there scrapping with big men. Like, I like Jalen Wilson's game. I think his ceiling is probably Royce O'Neal. I'm not saying he's going to be a star in the league, but he could be a solid role player in the NBA for sure. A good glue guy. But he had an exceptional game today. Like you said, Derek Whitehead let me down, man. Like, I mean, it's his first game though back. He still got to get his feelings, still got to get his legs underneath him, still got to get his breath. So I'm gonna give him some grace, bro. He hasn't played basketball in a while, but he didn't look good tonight. Clowney, his defense, he looked real good, man. Clowney looked real good. Was all over the place. His defense is really,
a big block.
Really disciplined.
I think he had a big block. You seen that block at the end of the game? That was a big block. Sure.
But that's all I got on. I just wanted to talk. I mean, Keon Johnson, he's pretty good too, but I don't know about. I'm not really high on him, but I mean, he's a decent little basketball player. You know what I mean? But
I'm with you. I think Jalen Wilson got a nose for the ball. He definitely overlooked because he was late in the draft, and I think Nets fans is the only one we like. He's on our radar. You know what I mean? He's our guy. And I think he's part of the cloth, part of the identity with the Brooklyn Nets, man. What we want. When you talking about grit in the basketball player, you know what I'm saying? I think that's what you get. You get grit. You get that Brooklyn grit from a Jalen Wilson, man. And again, man, I think he was like 5 for 8. He's shooting at a high clip from the 3-point line. You feel what I'm saying? And he's clutch. And when I say he got a nose for the ball, he just always in the play some type of way. I was really impressed with him. Dariq Whitehead, he kind of let me down. He was missing everything. He missed a dunk. He missed 3-pointers. You know what I'm saying? Like you said about Keon Johnson, though, I don't know how, if he's going to get in the rotation, but I think Jalen Wilson should start for the Brooklyn Nets based on what I've seen just now, man. I'm ready to say that. I don't know if that's too early to say that, but how you feel about that? Am I jumping? I'm going too fast with that?
I mean, where he gonna start at? Who he starting over?
He's the small forward. Start over Cam Johnson.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind him. I mean, shit, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind anybody but Cam Johnson. But that would be fine with me based off development and all that. But Cam is a better offensive player. But I mean, I ain't losing no sleep if we start him. But I doubt it happened though.
Yo, I don't think that DFS and CJ fit on the team veteran wise. You know what I mean? I think they're gonna have to be, you know what I'm saying, out the rotation, man. Easy. If y'all talking about player development, Jalen Wilson is a perfect player to develop this season, man. I think he could definitely give us 16 and 8. I think he could be, if they focus on him, making him a priority too, Jalen Wilson, and him being in the rotation. I think he could be a 16 and 8, man, 17 and 7, something like that. You know what I'm saying? I think he a hooper, bro. Word.
I do too, and he gets overlooked a lot because like it's guys out there that be like, well, he's not super athletic, but then he doesn't have the he's not super crafty either. He's just a hard worker. Like he plays bigger than his actual size. You know what I mean? Like he's going to be down. Like I said, this guy's going to be down there scrapping with big men. He's like you say, he got a nose for the ball. He got a high motor, man. And you know what? And he's a decent shooter too. Like if you let him get his feet set, you let him get a good look at the basket, he can knock down a 3-ball.
But to me, he like they was having a lot of knocks on him, saying he's not super duper athletic. I think the play he is because he'll do the necessary to be great. He'll do the extra work. He'll be the first one in the gym, last one out the gym, type of player. So I like what I see in Jalen Wilson, and I'm glad the Nets gave him a contract. They seen something in him early, 3-year contract, shit early. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of people may not realize that Jalen Wilson already got a 3-year contract with the Brooklyn Nets. And we always talking about the core of the Brooklyn Nets. Where does Jalen Wilson fit in with the core?
And not only that, though, real quick, based on how many countries we are, but we didn't draft him, right? Wasn't he like a walk-on or something like that? Or a 10-day contract or some shit?
No, he wasn't a walk-on. He was a late draft pick. He player 58. He came out of Kansas.
You're right. He was a late draft pick. He was in the 50s. You're right. My bad.
Nah, but yeah, again, Jack Vaughn had eyes on him because that's the college he went to. So the one good thing Jack Vaughn did was, help Jalen Wilson get drafted. Senior out of Kansas, but he had all these accolades. I can't remember what he was, but he was hooping, bro. He was hooping for real, for real. Shout out to Iceman in the chat. Shout out to LM. I'm about to throw the link in the chat. But that's how me and Joey feel. I'd love to hear how you guys feel about Jalen Wilson. I want to know, am I jumping in guns by saying that? I got Clax, Clowney, Jalen Wilson at the 3 starting. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Wilson, Cam Thomas at the 2. That's the lineup. Schroeder at the 1. But if y'all got, and LM, you might be right. Just because of the contract, they'll give it to CJ. But Jalen Wilson is a better player than Cam Johnson. I'm saying that.
Let's just say this. Jalen Wilson plays bigger than Cam Johnson. Like he's a tougher player. He's a more grittier player for his size than Cam Johnson is.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. What about you, Iceman? Iceman, talk to us. How you feel about Jalen Wilson? You think he should start, or I'm rushing? We gotta wait for a little bit.
I mean, depends on what the roster look like when the season starts. You know what I mean? If Cam and DFF is still here, they starting, bro, because they got to go somewhere. You know what I mean? But Jalen Wilson is nice. He's a nice player. I agree with Joey. He's definitely like a Royce. You know what I mean? In between like a Josh Hart and a Royce O'Neal. He like in between both of those.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's a
saying?
good example, bro.
Yeah, like that's exactly what he plays like. And he is clutch because he did that like twice or three times in the season and he came through big tonight because I'm like, bro, they about to lose this game. And then I see him start getting hot. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like,
But
oh,
now,
they about
hold on. I'm glad I wasn't the only fan that felt this way, man. I was like, I know we ain't about to go out sad like this, man.
Yeah, that's how I felt. I was like, oh man, come on, y'all gotta do better, bro. And then he got hot, and then they started playing better defense and started moving. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? We got a chance. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Jay Will.
So it was, what was it, Iceman? It was the end of the third quarter. We had like a 7-2 run, a 11-2 run, something like that.
Yeah. 12, 11, 12, something like that. I'm like, oh yeah, they finding they getting used to their teammates on the floor. Cause sometimes that's what it is. When you don't play with your teammates and you just out there running around, you know what I mean? You trying to figure everything out where everybody gonna be. That's why Summer League be looking so terrible sometimes. You know what I mean?
Nah, I'm with you, Brody.
Can I
How you
also
feel
bring up
about Tyreek? Talk to us about Tyreek real quick.
Darby, to me, he did fine. I'm not one of those guys that's going to judge him
He
from
did
tonight.
fine.
Yeah. Because look, right, like Joey said, coming off the injury, you ain't playing a long time. He had 5 points, but he had 6 rebounds and 2 blocks. So he was doing something. He just didn't have his shot. He couldn't get his legs under him to shoot a jumper. It just didn't look good. It didn't look like it was smooth like how he usually have it. So I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not big on the points. He did other things on the floor, you know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, he was alright. I was looking at his defense. It's okay. It wasn't nothing that stood out to me, but it's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Jay from BK said, "Are we taking Jalen Wilson? Doesn't play like he's trying to tank." Real shit, man. He out there hooping. I hope he don't get traded to a contender on no bullshit, man. We need to keep him part of the core. He's a core piece. Even though when we talk about core pieces, Iceman, we gotta start talking about him too, man.
No,
We got
he
to,
definitely
bro.
he definitely one of them guys. You definitely need a guy like that.
Whoa, facts. We're gonna go to John. Shout out to Iceman. John, talk to us, man. Do you think I'm over exaggerating saying that Jalen Wilson could start next season, or is he really that good?
Hey, Breeze, you know that old saying, when it rains, it pours Jalen Wilson 3-point buckets? It did tonight. It did tonight. Nah, but listen, I think Wilson is definitely going to be a core part of this team. I mean, selected at in the second round, around 50 something. Like, for this guy to come in from day one to say, I want to be part of this team, I want to do what it needs to take, and I think he might be better than Royce O'Neal. I mean, offensively, he's got all the scoring fundamentals. Defensively, he's getting better each time out. I definitely think this is a core bench guy that you're going to need on your team in the future, especially if the Nets want to contend in a few years. You can't let this guy go. As far as Derek goes, I was surprised at how defensively he was doing good tonight. I thought that was something that a lot of people don't really look at when they look at his draft scouting report, but he definitely had some good blocks from the three-point line. His offense, he's still getting comfortable, but I just want this guy to get through a full season of playing. And Clowney, versatility. He had a little bit of everything tonight. He needs to keep that going and just make an impact. And I'm so glad that this team dealt with adversity from the first game and got the W. It was an awesome game. Let's close it out.
Yeah, no, it was. It was for real. Yo, so okay, let me ask y'all. So automatically, you can say Jalen Wilson get a rotation spot with the Brooklyn Nets. I'm not too sure with Jadarik though, man. I'm sending him to the G League based on what I've seen. Man, I know we're not supposed to hold it against him, but I'm just saying he need to get some G League minutes before he get. You know what I'm saying, and it worked good for Clowney. Look how well the G League worked for Clowney.
Right.
I think the same could be for Darik. You know what I'm saying? Let him get some wreck down there. You know what I mean? Come on, you can't be missing dunks on the fast break. Come on, man.
No,
That's
Breezy,
what I said.
that's a great point, Breezy. And honestly, I think first half of the season, let him be in the G League, let him build up maybe 10, 15, 20 games, and then call him up in the second half. Let him get his feet wet, and then you go from there next year where he can become a main piece. I think that's a good strategy that you brought up for sure, man, for sure.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. this year because I knew it's going to take him some time to get back, and he hasn't played ball like Joey said. So you know what I mean. All those games he hasn't played in 2 years, basically what they said. So he gonna come out rusty as hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's gonna take him some
Okay.
time to get back. He got to get all that feel back, his game back. He got to build confidence again, all that type stuff. You know what I mean? That's why I let him run out there like that. And I
So,
don't judge him but he needs some time. He needs some time.
Iceman, how many G League games you giving him before he comes to the Brooklyn Nets? Me, I'm gonna say 35. Give him 30, 35 G League games before you even think about letting him play for the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah,
Like let him really warm up.
I give him a season. Let him get you know what I'm saying? Basically what Clowney did, if you need him, you pull him up, but you let him you like if you think he's that good, but he just rusty, you know, you play through him in the G League and let him, you know, get his groove back.
Yo, they said Clowney played 35 G League games and 25 NBA games. So I'm saying do the same for Tyreek. Let Tyreek get in a situation where he get 35 G League games where they go to him as a number one option. You know what I mean? When I was watching the game, he didn't look like a number one option out there. It looked like they went to a few other players before him. He got his touches, but he was cold, so they stopped going to him. You know what I mean? And I honestly blamed us losing on Tyreek Whitehead. I said if we lose this game, it's because of him.
I don't even go that far.
I was tight, yo. I was tight. But yeah, I'm glad we came back, and it was because a large part of that was because Jalen Wilson. So I'm just seeing what players stand out. But I like that the Brooklyn Nets gave him the opportunity. I thought that was dope.
I think Keon Johnson is a standout too, Breezy. I mean, this guy's been trying to earn his stripes with his team for a year and a half now, and honestly, he's got the athletic profile. He made a case tonight for a roster spot potentially. He's got some fundamentals too that can be harnessed, I think, in the next year and a half of this team. What do you think?
Well, I mean, if you're talking about roster spot, what position you want to see Keon Johnson at?
Honestly, I think he's versatile in different areas. I think the Nets could plug and pull him in like any type of position they need. If they need to do a little scoring, a little point guard play, he could give you a little bit of everything. I just think he's definitely the guy you need for a tanking season where you need somebody to help give you those extra minutes. And he played good tonight. He played good from start to finish.
You think he could play like a Lonnie Walker role? Can he heat up off the bench like that?
I'm not going to say Lonnie, but he's got athletic ability to go to the rim. He can dunk. He can make 3-point shots. He just needs to be consistent. I would definitely give him a chance to do it. I wouldn't. There's not really too many available options in the free agent market that want to go with this team right now. And Johnson is here and he's ready to play.
Yeah, I mean, we might not. You know what? What's his name? I just said his name, Lonnie Walker. He might be trying to get the bag. You know what I mean? Maybe we don't have to pay a Lonnie Walker because we're not trying to invest in him in the future and give KJ the minutes. You know what I'm saying? Somebody just looking for a contract. So
you said in the G League, because I was watching those games, they said the only thing he needed to really focus on and be consistent is with his defense. He has everything else for the NBA level.
How tall is Keon Johnson? Is he 6'4"?
I think he's 6'6".
Yeah, around that.
6'5", 6'6", something like that.
Yeah.
Yo, hold on. We're gonna go to LM, but I want to say shout to Quest One, shout to Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, shout to Jay from BK, shout to the chat. But talk to us, LM. What you seen out there tonight? What you like and what you didn't like?
I like Clowney, man. He looks so different compared to last year. Um, just his defensive versatility. Him and Claxton in that front court is really gonna look nasty. Um, in terms of, I think he had like 4 blocks today. If I was 4 or 3 blocks.
Yeah, I think it was 3.
Yeah, he was dogging on the defensive end. Um, Jalen Wilson. I mean, there's nothing much to say about Wilson. Out of the rookie, the draft picks, uh he was the most NBA ready. He spent four
Most
years at
polished.
Kansas. Yeah, he spent 4 years at Kansas. I think he won like the POC Player of the Year or something while he was in Kansas. Like he's most NBA ready. He's probably the most
He won that.
besides
He won
Clax.
the conference player. He won the conference player of the year for whatever conference they play in.
Yeah, so like he just shows that he's NBA ready. Like he had a slow start, but he heated up. Um, he really does give like Royce O'Neal vibes. Like someone said, he just can do a little bit of everything. That's
Yeah,
somebody
no,
that you
I
see.
like that. I like that player comparison too. Royce O'Neal and Josh Hart.
Yeah, like
I thought you were spot on when you said that for real.
yeah, he does a lot. He does a lot of everything, and I knew it from the moment we drafted him. I was like, he's not gonna have no issue fitting playing in the league because he already has the experience as opposed to Clowney and Derek Whitehead. So
Yeah,
he's bound to look the most better out of all of them. Um, as for
yeah.
Derek, I don't know. Uh, Slow start for him tonight. Um. Him missing the layup was crazy. I laughed at that. I was like, oh no. Um, well, I think it's just I don't know. I think you know what I'm saying. We seen Clowney play bad last season in the summer league, and Clowney looks like a dog now. So I mean, I guess it's
Right.
just his time. You know, you got to give it time. It's one
That
game.
is true. That is true. Niggas was
So,
dogging Clowney last summer.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
right.
I ain't
ain't
gonna
So
lie.
dogging
I was,
Clowney now.
yeah.
right, like look
Yeah,
at him
yeah,
now.
nah, but
Like
you know, look at the game for what it is. He did have a bad summer league, but he showed up in the G League. I think as a vlogger, you gotta acknowledge all of it. You know what I'm saying? Because then you could see the progress or regress. And there was
right,
definitely progress from Clowney from the summer league to the G League to the Brooklyn Nets. I like that. You know what I mean? I like that the Brooklyn Nets are giving these players the opportunity. What about T Martin? Y'all like T Martin? Y'all think he gets some minutes or not really?
Yeah, no, I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't see him getting minutes. I
No
like
for
him,
T.
but I don't see them giving him like you talking about crucial minutes. Nah, I don't think that's happening. I
So
think most of
Jalen
these dudes are
Wilson,
playing in games.
Clowney. I mean, so basically, Jason, the three we really watching is Jalen Wilson, Noah Clowney, and Derek Whitehead. And we know Noah Clowney gonna get minutes. Jalen Wilson look like he gonna get minutes. And but that's it. We got two players that's gonna get Brooklyn Nets minutes. That's what it looked like.
Right. Besides Clowney, because I think Clowney gonna be the our starting four for the future. But besides Clowney, Derek and Wilson is like if you want to talk about the role player aspect on possibly a championship team in the near future, they can be high role players for us come near, if we reach that contending stage, they
Hmm.
could really be the role players to come off the bench and ignite, you know what I'm saying? Ignite the second um the players that come off the bench. They can really help ignite that. You talking about Derek, who you got length and height with him at 6'6". Then you got Wilson, who you got length and height with. Those are two wing players that you can essentially use if you're talking about a championship team down the line. I would want those guys to come off the bench and really give us effort and energy. You know, Wilson, he do a little bit of everything, so he won't be all around. Clowney probably gonna be the starting force. So I'm not gonna say he could come off the bench, but those two is what I'm really looking forward to. Like, can they be high level elite role players for this team, depending on how the team is built? But it's gonna be a
Hold
hard
on.
watch for the summer league, man.
I'm gonna ask this question and answer it last. Can Jalen Wilson be a better player this season than Mikal Bridges was last season?
Ooh.
We'll start with John first, and we're gonna go around the panel.
Sheesh.
Honestly, given the fact that Wilson's probably coming off the bench, I definitely think he's going to do a lot better in his minutes. I mean, he's already showing he can do a little bit of everything. I definitely think defensively, he needs to turn up a bit more. Like, he did show some good stuff tonight, but he needs to make it consistent when the season does matter, and just keep doing his offensive stuff. Keep showing the versatility, make a role for yourself, and see how much more he can grow. I definitely think he'll do better in Bridges. I just think Bridges showed he's not a main guy on a main team, so it just really didn't work out for him. But I think Wilson will definitely become a main part of this team's bench in the future, like LM was saying.
All right, that's fair. Shout to John. Let's go to LM. LM, how you feel about that?
Um, Realistically, I agree. I agree with John. I think he can be a really efficient role player in the near future. In terms of being better than Mikel, I can see it. I mean, he got all the intangibles down. He may not have the Mikel wingspan, but I mean, I've seen from what I've been seeing, Wilson plays pretty decent defense. Um, in terms of the shot, I mean, the shot was flawless tonight. I mean, it is what it is. He could tell he got that catch and shoot down pat. But I think Wilson can definitely produce a bit more than Mikel, depending on the role that they're gonna have him in this year, since we tanking, I guess. So I mean, you got to use all your options. But it's funny that you say Mikel because Mikel was actually there tonight with Trendon Watford and Juan Howard, which is actually funny. But
That's weird.
yeah, I was like, why is Mikel there? Like,
Right.
I don't know. It was just weird. But I mean, Wilson got all the intangibles, man. I really like him. Very good, and he a second rounder. I mean, how often is it that you find guys like this in the second round? Like, it's really, really rare. And you know what I'm saying? You got to give props to our scouting team. Even though most of them is pretty much gone now, but except for one guy, but you got to get props, man. You find a diamond in the rough in the second round like that can do pretty much a little bit of everything. That's amazing. But this summer league's gonna be hard to watch, y'all. It's not like we drafted Cam Thomas, so you watching somebody go off and scoring and stuff like that. Like it's gonna be a hard watch, but I mean,
Yeah, I'm enjoying
we
it,
got to
bro. I'm
just
not
stay
gonna
on
lie,
point.
man. But that comeback made me believe. You know what I'm saying? I say, yo, man, we looking bad out there right now. And
Nah,
then next thing
they
I
look
know,
like
we
they was
came
getting the
back.
tanking. They look like they was getting the tanking memo, man. That's how we gonna be looking this season, bro. It's gonna be looking bad, man. I ain't gonna lie, but it's gonna be looking really bad. But if our
It's
summer
gonna
league can
be
show some promise, it's gonna be fun to watch, man. Just watching these young talent, like just elevate and improve, build the chemistry with the young guys. Let them, build some chemistry right us in the locker room on the court. Let them know each other, build a family, man. That chemistry goes a very long way into building championship teams. Like you see the Celtics, how they've been together for years. Like just building that camaraderie and having these guys all around trusting each other. It looks like even though it's a rough watch because of the struggle and whatever, it's going to be very fun down the line. Just looking at it when we finally contending or whatever the case may be, and being like, "Yo, we drafted these guys. We've been through the mud with these dudes. We ain't trade them for no stars or whatever the case may be. We watched them grow. Like it's going to be a very, very good watch." So, I mean, at this point, it's on to the next. I want to. I don't know who we face next, but
The
I want to
Knicks.
see Dorigo. The Knicks?
I think we play the next Sunday for real. I think it's 4 games. We play the Pacers, the Knicks. I forgot the next two teams, but I do want to. I'm gonna recap that game too, and I got a chance to watch this game, man. So, I was wondering who's gonna be the assistant coach. I think it's Hendry, Travis Hendry. I mean the coach tonight. I knew it wasn't gonna be Jordy Fernandez.
wasn't it Hetzel
Yeah,
though? Crazy. I thought it was Hetzel.
That was Hetzel. That was Steve
Yeah,
Hetzel.
yeah. I
I
think it
think
was.
that. Yeah, Hetzel.
Okay, okay.
Juan Howard was there. Juan Howard was definitely there. Trendon was there. I think Cam and Claxton is just they in the gym, man. They working. But just McHale being there was just throwing me off. Like
Oh, can he just
how
go,
the
man? Dude's
op
like an
watching
X,
us
man. Get out of here. Nobody paying the tab. Nobody paying that tab.
like I get it. These dudes got a relationship like off the court or whatever, but it's just like you just got traded and then you here watching the Nets summer league. If
Yeah, I
anything,
think
I
it's
get if he
weird,
was
man.
facing them next. Yeah, if he was facing, you said we faced them next game, so it would make more sense if he was at that one. But I mean, I don't know. It's just weird. Y'all saw Jalen Brunson take that pay cut
Oh
today,
yeah.
so I mean, shout out to Jalen, man. That's you really see that in the league nowadays, where twos take a pay cut to keep the team
It's the gift of friendship, LM. It's the gift of friendship.
Yeah, exactly. He did that so they could sign Mikal Bridges next season or whatever. But Pete, if they gonna do that, why they ain't keep Isaiah Hartenstein?
Ooh, good question,
That's
Breezy.
true. That's true. That's gonna be a huge.
Like
I think
I
Jericho
don't.
Sims gonna have a whole new role, man. They're gonna have Jericho Sims. Uh, he might gonna have to play out his mind because I still ain't see him try to get no backup big.
Is he only making $4
Like,
million though? Like, I don't really see. I think Sims is a trade chip. If we're being real, like, I don't know if he's going to be a main part of that.
They still looking for a bid. They still looking for a bid.
yeah, I don't trust Mitchell Robinson. I'm sorry, man. Them knees, it's just you talking about going up against the Embiid, the Giannis's. Like, it's just I don't know if he can withstand being healthy for a whole season. Like,
Right.
it's just it's a rough. I don't know. It's a rough situation to be in. They're kind of good because they got Dante off the bench and Hart off the bench, so you kind of got a little bit of depth there. But I mean, if you're talking about their big situation, yeah, looking pretty rough. Harden's that's a huge loss.
Yep.
Like a huge loss. I don't know how you. I mean, unless they can still make some sort of trades, but at this point, I don't know. It's gonna have to be a it's gonna have to be an all hands on deck situation where they're gonna need everybody to get involved. But the way Thibodeau run his players into the ground, playing them 40+ minutes, they might as well be playing 50 minutes out there. Like it's really bad. They
I
better
mean,
pray that Brunson don't get injured. And I'm not wishing injury, but like that
Forget
system.
Brunson. How about OG? The guy making $40 million. Like, that's a lot of dough for a guy that has played not a lot of games where it matters most. That's a lot.
That's true.
That's
That's
a huge
true.
gamble.
That's true. This comes to Breezy. This comes to Breezy point because he asked about if Cam get the max. If Cam is when we give Cam the max. So I was
Right.
really wondering, like, obviously we're gonna have much money next year, but like, regardless if we do get the top 3 draft pick or not, the CBA is gonna require us to spend that money. But who in the heck are we giving a max with that money in free agency? This
There's nobody available, LM. I mean, Jamal Murray says he's re-signing with the Nuggets. Tatum is staying with the Celtics. Those are the only 2 guys who could have been game-changing free agents. I mean, it's mostly role players. I mean, do you really want to give Brandon Ingram $200 million next year? I don't. That would be an awful way to use that cap space. I'm giving a guy that has played the most games since his rookie year 5 years ago $200 million. The Nets should just sign role players next year, develop who they get from the draft, and just try to get them playing next year, if anything else, if they feel confident enough in who they get in next year's draft. But I'm not going to go after a star next year. It feels like a waste.
nah, I don't think we should. I think we learned our lesson from star hunting and stars and doing all of that. Hold on, let's go to Iceman. Iceman, but talk to me about Jalen Wilson impact next season, Brody. Do you what give me numbers, man? What kind of numbers you think Jalen Wilson could put up next season?
Oh, that's tough, bro. It's tough to say his numbers, but I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna say like 15. You know what I'm saying? Most likely he'll be coming off the bench. I don't know if he's gonna be 6-man or not. I don't know what role he's gonna be in. You know what I'm saying? I know he's gonna have a lot of catch and shoot opportunities. You know what I'm saying? So and rebounds and stuff like that. So I'll say around 15. I'll say around 15 points.
15, that's strong. Hold on, let me ask you before we go to Joey BK. Shout out to Joey BK. Iceman, talk to me though. Based on what you've seen tonight, you think KJ Jones could get in that rotation? Or they should just keep him on the bench? Because I ain't seen him out there at all tonight.
Nah, he was on the bench. And it makes me think that he may not be ready. Like I said, he's playing Division 2. So his adjustment might not be there yet. But I seen the Net fans on Twitter calling for him, and I tagged you in a post. There was a coach that actually coached where he was at, where KJ went to school at, and he said in the post, the Nets want to win any of these summer league games, they need to put them in the game. So and that tells me if a coach is saying the dude is like that, I believe it. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to see what he could do if he can play on this level. Like I said, you know what I mean. I want to see everybody was out there looking scrappy at the beginning. So why not throw him in? You know what I
All
mean?
right, so hold on. And again, remember, more so I'm asking Jalen Wilson, KJ Jones, any of these players got the potential to take Lonnie or do what Lonnie Walker, like take Lonnie Walker's role? Can they do that? Can they give us
Um,
a spark off the
Yeah.
bench?
well, I wouldn't say KJ because I haven't seen what he can do on this level, but I don't like Lonnie. Lonnie's a bucket. You know what I'm saying? I don't see
Yeah.
anybody else on our roster that's like a straight bucket right now. You know what I mean? Except
Right,
for
except
Good
probably
point.
Derek if he was healthy.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. He would be the probably if he was healthy. Yeah, he'd probably be the closest one to being a bucket.
Yeah.
right. That's what I was looking for from Derek tonight. Because with Lonnie going, Lonnie was a huge piece off that bench. But in terms of when Ken got out, we needed somebody else who can score. So I mean, with Derek, he's probably the if he was high school him, he'll probably would be the closest thing to a Lonnie coming off the bench. But I mean, we'll see. There's 4 more games to be played. It's probably just jitters. But I mean, they say they playing him with no minutes restriction. So um, it's yet to be seen. But I think
Right.
Derek could probably be if he comes back to normal form, I think he can be a huge like scorer off the bench for us. But he just got to get back into his form. But I think he'll be fine. I think we seen Clowney be bad last summer league, and Clowney looks like a stud now. So you know, we just gotta get these guys time.
All right. Um, let me ask y'all: do assistant coaches change every game in the summer league, or no? They just keep one assistant coach.
I don't know
It's the
actually.
same
Yeah,
staff. Same
Yeah.
staff.
They don't really do that. Yeah.
They don't swap out who the head coach in the summer league. Like, all right, it's your
Nope.
turn.
They
It's the
usually have a
same
summer
coach.
league coach, and he works with the guys through the whole 4 games. Yeah.
They usually organizations usually send an assistant coach to go coach the summer league.
Right.
Mm,
All right.
dang.
Hold on. We got Jay on the panel with us. Jay, just give us a short commercial. But hold on. Yeah, give us a short commercial and get into, what I'm saying, what you think about Jalen Wilson. Should he get minutes? Should he start for the Brooklyn Nets next season? Or am I too early? Talk to us, Jay.
Man, we don't know. We don't know who's gonna be on the team when the season start. But Jay Will was definitely looking good tonight. You know what I mean? So I want to see. I've been saying since the end of last season, I want to see him do more basketball shit. Like let him go off a little bit more instead of like just having him chasing down rebounds. But word though, good game. We 1-0 in the Cam Thomas era. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Y'all seen Mikal over there sitting with Trendon
Oh,
Thompson, man?
that was
Yeah, I
awful,
saw that.
Jay.
We was talking about that earlier. It looked weird. I'm not even
Yeah.
gonna hold you.
Right. Weirdo,
It
man.
looked mad weird.
If
Get
I
him
was
out.
Coach Jawan, I would have packed that guy up and jump shot him
Right.
through the hoop.
The funny thing
um,
is, according to Breezy, we face them next game, so it would have made more sense for him to be at that next summer league game instead of this
Exactly.
one. But
Sunday. That's Sunday.
Right.
Sunday.
But
Sunday is the
right,
next one.
even though I don't want to cape for Mikal Bridges, I did hear Joe Tsai put out a statement saying Mikal Bridges never asked for it. No, not Joe Tsai. Sean Marks put out a statement saying Mikal Bridges never asked for a trade. He's not that type of guy. He wouldn't even do that.
yeah, what a
And
bunch of bull.
well, that's what they said. And he had a perfect opportunity to shit on the Nets because that the Hart kid was still on his Instagram like, yo, ain't you happy you with us now? And he could have said some bullshit, but he just said leave me alone still. So
yo, Hart is so annoying, bro.
yeah.
Ooh, bubble bass.
Yeah, man, like he be trolling us every chance he get, bro. Like it's just so
But that's what
weird.
he's supposed to do, though. I ain't mad at him. That's
That's
what he's
true.
supposed to do.
We was doing that when we had KD and them. We was
Word.
trolling them too. So we can't even be mad at that.
Mikel is the only one who don't understand the assignment.
Mikhail don't know how to talk on Twitter, Jay. This dude has no comebacks. Like everything he says is cornier than it was the day
Mad
before,
corny.
man.
Hold on, Jay. Get into why Mikhail don't understand the assignment. Talk to us. What do you mean by that?
He's Squidward.
He don't understand something. He don't realize it's a rivalry and we supposed to be going back and forth. It's not supposed to be all nice and peachy and keen. Like, it's a rivalry. If y'all want to be peachy keen behind closed doors, cool. But it's a rivalry, so it's supposed to present as such. So now that he went over there, he finally happy with his friends. He's supposed to express that. I think, like, he's supposed to play the villain arc now, but he still want to play too cool.
Yeah. Oh my God, man. Yeah, I'm glad we ain't got to deal with that celebration. We had 32 wins. This dude's celebrating. I'm like, how is your ass celebrating?
Yeah, look like he was sprinkling something. I don't know what the hell he was doing, man. That shit
Right.
was
That
weird.
Yeah, his tears.
Corny.
It's crocodile tears.
I remember he celebrated. We was like down bad to Phoenix. I think Booker hit a three over him to like, I think it was that Phoenix game to close the game, and I'm just like, and you smiling at him shooting a three over you, like that's
I don't
so
care
weird.
about none of those. He was celebrating with the Knicks after they beat us.
Just
Like,
play
what?
patty cake with
The
him, like
crazy,
Jay's saying.
the weird thing is, we could have won that game too. Like we was dead up. Like I don't know how we lost that, but I mean,
You
it
know
Yeah,
is
we
how
what it
we
did,
is.
lost
bro.
that game. You know what happened. Some kind of suspicious play, man.
Ooh, suspicious.
But I do like how OG got up in Cam Thomas' face, try to punk him, and Cam, you know what I'm saying? Cam stood his ground, man. Like
Yeah.
I like seeing stuff like that. We need some dogs on this team, and I like
Need the
seeing that
culture
Cam
back.
is not getting punked.
Right, and on top of that, Cam stood his ground because he said, "Yo, he flopped." And he was like, "And OG, you know what I mean, the new guy there, you know what I mean, just getting part of the rivalry. Cam been part of the rivalry and act like it was a rivalry ever since he hit that game winner on the Knicks. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He hit a
Right.
game winner on the Knicks. Cam Thomas is on timing. He know exactly what's going on, man. I'm so glad Mikal Bridges is not on this team, man. I can't help it. Yeah, hold on. We got Jay from BK on the panel with us, man. Talk to us, man. What's going on?
My fault. What's up, everybody?
Hey, Jay.
Yeah, what up, Jay from BK?
I don't take stock in much of what happens in some league. Breezy, I told you the other night, man. You're talking about you thought Reek was gonna score 15. I told you that man is good for 5 to 8 points.
Ooh.
And it
Yeah, I was wrong, man.
On point.
Nah. It doesn't mean anything. It's like somebody else. That's one reason I came up with. Somebody just said it. It's like last off season, people were clowning Clowney for how he played. Then he was all right. He was all right when he got an opportunity. I don't like y'all saying keep DW. That's one of his nicknames, DW. To keep him in the G League, I don't agree with that, man. You give him an opportunity to play because we're not supposed to be good this season. It's better for him to play against real pros than those guys. Because again, they have a hustle level in the G League that guys can get hurt because guys are going all out in a lot of G League games. Like when I go to Long Island Nets games, they hustling for real because people trying to make the league. Let that man get a solid 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and see what he can do. Allow him to play against real pros.
Jay
Real
from BK.
against real pros.
They got on Twitter. They got him starting at 2 guard. They said Cooper Flag for president or some shit like that. Yeah, you start the Rick at 2 guard. We definitely gonna take.
Capture the flag, man. Capture the flag. Start the hashtag, bro.
He can't walk flag.
When you were talking about Jalen Wilson, something that people don't realize about Jalen Wilson, he older than Cam Thomas.
He definitely is.
Cam going into year 4, I think. Pretty sure he's going into his 4th year. Jalen Wilson is older than Cam Thomas by at least a year. So the idea that he's ready to play. I'm gonna say something, and I don't like doing hypotheticals, but I'll do it for this. If the Denver Nuggets had picked Jalen Wilson, I think they would have repeated because they never filled the Bruce Brown role. The Bruce Brown and Jeff Green role off their bench, they never filled it, and that hurt them because it's not necessarily how much your superstars do. It's those other pieces that need to fill in the gaps for your team. Jalen Wilson is a fill in the gaps for your team type player. So he and I'm gonna say this, I said this. I would talk to his mom all the time when I see her at the games. I would talk to his pops when he would come to the games. I was a huge proponent of giving him a 4-year deal when they signed him at the end of the season. The Nets GM again did not give him the proper deal. He's going to be a free agent 2 years before he should have been a free agent because he didn't give him the proper deal. You can make years 3 and 4 non-guaranteed team options.
Typical
and
Sean.
still be able to maximize what you're going to do. One thing you can't take away from Jalen Wilson, and especially he's going to hit it. If he hit his threes, it's bonus. He's going to play solid defense because he comes from Kansas. And you can't take away he's a high energy player. Every championship level team has high energy type players like him. You should have given him a 4-year deal, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Do I think he's going to start? Nah, I don't. But that's just based on what the team is right now. But I'm gonna say something, and I don't think Nets fans really have put it into perspective yet. Whether you liked what you saw from the team tonight or not, as currently constructed, at least six of the people who you saw tonight or on this summer league team are going to be on the regular roster.
Ooh.
At least 6.
Yeah, that's what they said.
And for everybody saying how you get that number, because 3 of them are already under contract.
Right.
That's DW, Clowney, and Jalen Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 more are going to fill 2-way spots.
Yes.
So at least 6 of these guys are going to be on the team.
Damn.
Hey,
I think KJ. I like KJ on the team too.
I think
if we can see more KJ,
Keon Johnson should have been given an opportunity last season.
Yeah,
I
forgot
he said it.
He had
said it earlier when y'all were talking about how tall is he. Keon Johnson, I'm almost positive he went to Tennessee. I'm almost positive he's 6'4". That kid got a 50-inch vertical. He can jump out the gym, yo. I don't know why they did not play him at the end of last season when they called themselves trying to make the play-in. That kid can jump out the gym. He's an NBA player.
He's got athletic ability. I just think it's putting his whole game together. I think one of these guys said he needs to work on his defense more, but he does have offensive potential. It's just, can they actually give him a chance? We have to see. But I definitely think he's earning a roster spot if he has another.
But give him a chance at what? The point guard? Y'all want to see him play what position?
I think he's a plug-and-pull player, Breezy. I'm not going to give him a specific position right now. I think he's a guy you can plug and pull depending on how the season goes. He's one of those guys.
All right. You do got a lot of.
Keon Johnson is not a point guard, though. You can't expect that from him. He's not a point guard.
We're going to experiment this year.
A wing type player, right? No, but we don't need to experiment with him at the point guard.
Okay.
I didn't see Mark Jackson. I'm looking for a point guard. I didn't see Mark Jackson either. I said Mark Jackson. Is his name Mark Jackson? The dude that from Duke, I think. You know what I'm talking about?
No,
Michael Jackson or something. What's his name?
Mark. It's Mark something. It's Mark something. He did play. He played today.
Hey Breezy, can I clarify something you said? You were talking about Trevor Hendry. He's gone. Yeah. Trevor Hendry is on the Cavs now.
Okay. Yeah, that was Steve Hudson for sure.
He was a video assistant when Coach Kenny Atkinson was here. He's now back with Kenny Atkinson in Cleveland.
Okay. Yeah, so that was Steve Hudson for sure.
His name is Mark Armstrong, Breezy. He played.
My fault. I said Mark. Right? Yeah, Mark Armstrong. Did he get minutes? Because I ain't see him out there. I seen Gilliard getting a lot of minutes.
Yeah, he was out there. He played. He didn't play that. He didn't get that much burn, but he was out there.
Right. That's right.
I mean, I'm looking for a point guard, and that's one thing I see we don't got. I think we straight at the wing with Jalen Wilson and Dariq Whitehead. He'll develop. I think Clowney showed that he's NBA ready. I didn't see that center though. I think his name is Mustafa or something. I
No,
was looking at him too. Because we was
him.
getting they was killing us on the boards, whatever that dude was on the Bucks, man.
Yeah,
Dude
20.
was
Yeah, like 20 boards. He like a day
I thought
long.
Breezy said Mufasa. I was about to say who?
You talking about Jerice
But
Walker, Breezy?
Nah.
nah, not
Dude, they
him.
played
He
at
had
center.
dude. He had like two big free throws at the end of the game. I mean, we won the game, but dude was tough, man. He was getting offensive rebounds. He was doing a lot.
Yeah,
Word.
he had like 20 boards. 18 to 20 boards.
What was that? What was that center that I was supposed to play? He didn't play. I didn't see the center play. I think his name was what was his name?
David something for the Nets that played in the G League.
Oh, Musa. I think his name was Musa.
Yeah.
I didn't see him get no minutes. So I'm like, yo, because who was guarding the other dude? Like nobody was guarding dude. Like, damn.
They played Xylon Cheatham at the 5, and he's 6'5", but he looked like dude can jump out the gym, and he a wide body, but I don't know why they played him at center, bro. I'm like, yo,
Classic
that's
John Moss, bro.
giving PJ Tucker vibes, man. Like I don't know, man. Like it's just that's horrible. It's a 6'5"
Yeah.
man.
Well, hold on. This is his name. Marlene Sutherland said his name Toshibwe. That's him. Yeah, man. Toshibwe on the Bucks, man. He was giving us trouble. Word. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't got no big man besides Clowney.
Nah,
so we got
David, dude. He's 6'10", I think he is, but they ain't playing him.
Oh, he ain't getting no minutes. Him and KJ Jones ain't getting no minutes. They should play next game, though, bro. It wasn't nothing nobody was doing in front of him to say they can't get no minutes.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely want to see KJ play more minutes. I heard he's really good.
My bad. I'm bugging Marlene Sutherland. She said we played the Pacers. Yeah, dude was on the Pacers, not the Bucks. I'm bugging out. But yeah, Toshibwe, man, he was he was trouble in the paint, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yo, wait, come to think of it, because the NBA just announced that they bringing back the
in-season tournament.
Yeah, the in-season tournament. With any of y'all, like, I don't even listen. I'm not saying that it's gonna be possible, but would it be wild if we won that and still tank? Because
if we beat the Knicks, I'm looking at that Knicks game we're facing, man. I want to go all out. Let Cam Thomas go for a 50, man, in that playing game.
If we losing, but we beat the Knicks the whole regular season, I'm cool with that. We lose to every team but the Knicks this season. I'm definitely cool with that, yo.
So you saying we're gonna be 4-78?
Let's go. 478. Cooper Flag consolation prize.
That's
This
crazy.
is gonna be hard. This is gonna be hard to watch. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all.
I'm gonna be big. Y'all gonna make me big stress breezy, man. We only win 4 games, bro. That ass, like.
Listen, all this. If we get a third or second pick, all of this will be worth it to me. If that lottery comes around and we get at least a second, third, or first pick, I'm good. Thank God we was trash this season. But if we land at like 7 or something, I'm gonna be crazy.
Yo, man.
Like this shit is crazy. But it will be nice to watch Cam and these guys, build.
Yeah, hold on. Let me say this, bro. This is the first tanking that I went through as a vlogger, and this shit hurts to hear y'all say these things. It's so disparaging, like let's tank and we like rooting for it. It kind of hurt my net fan soul a little bit. I can't hold you, man.
I feel you, man. Like
6 years straight.
Who?
Right.
The 76ers did it for like 6 years straight.
Right, and they got Embiid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't trying to do all that, man.
Nah.
I don't know about 6 years.
The
That's
first
crazy,
couple
yo. I don't
years,
think we
that's
gotta
because
do
the
6 years,
first couple
though.
years
I
they
ain't
picked
trying to do
terribly.
all that, my guy.
Fact.
Y'all, I think this rebuild can be quicker than we think, yo. I
All
don't
right,
even
so
think
no,
this
no,
shit
no. But
gonna
when
The
you,
take
draft
long.
oh,
picks
LM,
shouldn't be
LM.
hard.
All right, LM. When you say quicker than you think, what's quicker? What's quicker than 6 seasons? Talk to us.
I think 2 years, if
Yeah.
realistically. I think 2 years. If if
If
we
we do it right, 2 years before we back in the playoffs. Or the
right,
play
I,
in,
I
play in.
agree.
I'll just say
I
play in
right.
first.
The
Yeah.
play in, right. I agree. I think 2 years max. We do this right, 2 years. That's all it's gonna take. That 10 year shit that niggas be talking about, yo, this shit gonna take forever.
Bro,
No.
facts, LM. Like, seriously,
I'm
how do you
like,
guys know it's going to take 10 years? We have the most draft capital leash. You know how fortunate a team like us are? Look at the Bulls right now. They got nothing,
Look how
and
long
they're
it took
literally dropping main
OKC, and
pieces
we're
for
trying to
nothing. We're
follow that
fortunate.
blueprint, kind of like OKC. OKC traded Paul George, right, for Shea. Now
hmm
we weren't able to accomplish that, but they brought in Chris Paul for 1 year to help the young guys learn how to play NBA basketball. And a year or two after that, they were first in the West. So
Yeah, that was
right.
nuts. But I'm looking at the
That
Magic
So
model. You
hold
look
on,
at
hold on, hold on. Hold on. To be specific with Big Priest, that was 3 seasons it took them, right?
something like that.
I think they
They
traded
were
for
in the
Shea in
play in. They were
2019.
in the play in after like 2 or 3 seasons. I think it
Yeah.
was the fourth season where they were first in the West. So yeah, you start off with the play in part, you get back doing that, whatever. Um, and then you get your picks, help them learn how to play NBA basketball, and you go from there. I mean,
I mean,
I
even with
think I think
Orlando,
we ain't
like,
gonna be long. It ain't gonna be long though. Orlando was trash since Dwight Howard left though.
right. They were, but even missing picks were like you chose Oladipo in that lottery. Oladipo really worked for you. Then you got the other picks as well, but just landing on
I ain't
Paolo,
trying to have no run like that though. Like
No,
Orlando
I
yeah.
was
think
literally
I think we
trash
could
since
follow the Magic model. They got so much bigger with Paulo, Franz, and Carter Jr. Like if we could add a Cooper or Ace
no, the
to
Magic
Clowney and
model took
Claxton,
like 15
that's a bigger
years. I ain't
front
trying to
court.
follow that model.
No, I'm talking about. Listen, you have Claxton and Clowney. You get a Cooper or Ace. Our front court is so much bigger than it is right now. You actually have a front court that can get better on defense than just small ball stuff. And you protect Cam Thomas next year. He's not getting a lot of protection the last few years. You
I
have a
think the
good front
problem
court. It
is,
helps.
I think the problem is if they take a Cooper or an Ace, and I don't know, so I don't got no like no. I think they might end up playing them at the four and bringing Clowney off the bench. So
You could try
uh,
playing with power forward though, Clowney, and then you could
I
play
don't want to
one of
do
those other
that.
guys with a three. Yeah, but he Clowney can grow into that role. You just saw what he did tonight. He does a lot of different things: steals, blocks, rebounds, scoring. He can do that
No,
between two
no,
other
no.
bigger
I
dudes.
understand that. I would like that lineup. What I'm saying is, I have a feeling though, with the way this thing been going, that they'll take Ace or Coop, and run them at the four and bring Clowney off the bench, which
Mm.
I don't want.
Mm,
I don't want that.
So,
yeah,
so Sean's got to go,
I
man.
would
Like
hold
his
not.
contract's
I
up
would
next
hold
year.
not.
Get somebody new.
Yeah, play those
Honestly,
two at the three. Like,
honestly,
there's no
Breezy.
reason to play them at the four.
Breezy, you should be hoping we get a new GM. I mean, Sean Marks hasn't really shown Cam Thomas the grace that he's showing Nick Claxton right now with all the coaches putting around him. Should hope a new GM's in charge next year
Maybe
that
we
actually
win the
values
Yeah,
Thomas.
lottery,
yeah,
and the
yeah. I
guy,
mean,
what's his
I ain't
name?
tripping.
What's the guy from Golden State? Maybe we win the lottery,
By
and he
my,
Ah,
leaves.
Myers, let's go,
Nah,
Breeze, let's go.
I like that having number one pick with this draft. Let me go ahead and see if they need some help. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we
Yeah,
can.
nah. I think he
right.
out the business, man. He done kicked his feet
He
up.
ain't out the
He,
business because
he ain't out the business, Breezy. He's on a
he's
football
still on
thing. He can
NBA
still,
tonight.
yeah.
He be on NBA
uh,
tonight for the whole season. I've seen people take a year
yeah,
to
no,
call
but no, no,
games
yeah.
and then
All
come
right,
back.
cool.
Shit, Bill
Yeah,
Belichick go on the NFL network, but if he or excuse me, what is that called? Inside the NFL. But if, like for instance, a job open up that he likes and they give him the offer, he gonna coach. Excuse me.
Right.
having Bob Myers in charge of this rebuild, I wouldn't mind that at all.
Man, we
Like,
had Bob Myers in charge of his rebuild, bro. I mean, bruh.
y'all talking about this nigga? I said 2 years. Listen,
it won't be any quicker.
it won't be shorter, but the boat will get
But you know
rocking
the
a
picks he
lot
pick will
quicker.
be good picks.
Right.
He'll put the team in the proper. You know what I mean? But the only problem with him too is he like that small ball shit too. Playing Draymond at the 5 and Iguodala at the 4. I would. I don't want to see that, bro.
Yeah, dog. It's just. I just hope. I don't even know because Sean has 1 year on his contract, but Saad would do some shit like extend him for this
So I'm finna sell.
year.
I think that's gonna be when we actually get some when we get some clarity when he actually sells.
Mm.
Cause I look more forward to to him selling than a rebuild. I wish he could sell it back to Prokhorov, but I know this country ain't cool with Russia right now. So
They ain't cool with China neither.
nah, they ain't got no problem with China. China make the United States or is a
Yo,
lot of the
you're
products.
bugging.
They make them very good money.
You're
Yeah,
They
you're
kill it.
bugging.
What?
I'm bugging about what.
China is pretty much the biggest adversary to the U.S. right now. Like you don't see all the
That's not what
sanctions
I
that,
see.
I think
Not
I
bro.
not
think y'all.
You
Can I
let me
say
finish.
something?
You don't see
I
all
think
the
y'all. I
sanctions
think
that
y'all
they
kind of
putting
both.
on China. Like that shit is
Y'all
it's
both
it's
kind of
I,
what
right. Y'all both kind of right. They are kind of like an adversary, but at the same time, the U.S. tolerates China because they need China.
because we
This
owe
because of the
them
trade.
billions of dollars, but
right.
eventually we
So
just gonna dead them on that
it's the
billion.
same thing with Saudi Arabia, right? Like Saudi Arabia, we know they fund terrorists and all of that, but because they so heavy in the oil trade, then we know we need them. So
Like
we don't be
we
fucking with
No,
them like
nuts.
that.
We
we
might
literally
backdoor
in a
China or
cold
And the
some
war
shit,
with
difference
bro.
China right
is
now.
the difference between China and Russia is Russia is actively attacking one of the United States allies in a
And
war.
China is actively funding them.
I mean, but we're act
Like
they fund us too. They're a trade partner
that's
with us too. So I mean, it is what
that's
it is.
true.
I don't know. Half
well,
these NBA players freaking be got deals in China. A lot of our billionaires and whatever
Exactly.
and,
That
have
was my
deals in
point.
China.
and
That
niggas
was
don't
my
like
point.
that.
Most of the companies in the U.S. do business in China because the labor is cheap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
So we have a lot of money tied up in China.
No, that's true. But America and China are
That's
at
not, that's
cold
why
war
that's
right now.
different than Russia. I mean, Prokhorov, he you know what I mean.
Russia
I
just poor.
Nah,
nah,
Chip 7, that's
Prokhorov
crazy.
was a billionaire,
Patty,
man. Stop. And Prokhorov was kind
Patty.
of reminded me, he was dumb the way he built teams because he just wanted to win. But he kind of reminded me of Steve Ballmer, where he was willing to pay anything to win, even your future,
Right.
which we still
Patty,
get into.
Patty Mills was starting over Ken Thomas is mad funny. But to be fair, if you're talking about experience, Mills probably was the better option at that time.
Yeah, with
But I
KD and
mean,
Kyrie and them, yeah.
Hell no.
yeah, like, what you mean, Breezy? Don't do that.
No,
I'm not.
I
Don't do that,
Yeah, I
disagree.
Breezy.
know
Come
about
A
on,
to
bro.
shooter
justify
like that
Patty
with
Mills
KD
over
and
Cam
Kyrie and
Thomas,
them is
bro.
a
Right,
better
and
fit.
y'all watched it, and y'all still saying, yeah,
No,
that's
I'm
the
not
way it should have
disagreeing.
went.
I'm not disagreeing with. I'm not disagreeing. I think Cam should have got more minutes. But if you're talking about a championship team at that time,
A
they
player
needed
who's won a
experienced vets.
championship
Right.
and they
Why
were
would you
trying
not
to
play Mills?
they was gonna in his shooting acumen, his ability to stretch the floor and space out the floor, all of that was man. All right, I know what this is. Let me stop.
Now,
Let's stop
listen,
talking basketball and
Patty,
start with
Patty,
narratives.
no, Patty Mills was good, but I think they overplayed Patty Mills when he was hit. He played like every game
When
and he played
everybody
heavy
left,
minutes
yes.
every game. So what I'm
When
saying is,
everybody
Patty,
left, he shouldn't have been playing at all. But while the superstars was here, he fit that team better. But when they traded everybody and they were still playing Patty Mills, I don't know what the hell that was about.
hey,
That was
like,
some bullshit.
shit, come on, man. Like, it really, I think that Patty Mills in certain plays, again, Brooklyn Nets playing plays out of their role. Royce O'Neal was getting 20, damn near 15 shots a game. I'm like, what the hell going on? Like, Royce O'Neal is going to give you a good 6, 8 attempts a game, but he's efficient out of those 6 to 8 attempts.
You know what I
I
mean?
think
So
I think Cam should have gotten at least that playoff run. I think Cam should have gotten some playoff minutes. Like I'm not saying he would have changed the
What
should
playoff
change
run?
anything, but um,
the
what was
one
it
when
against
KD and
them in
Kyrie got swept.
2021? Yeah,
Versus
yeah.
Boston?
No, I get the what series was
Yeah,
it? The
Oh, when
Milwaukee
Kyrie
series. The
got hurt?
Milwaukee series.
Nah, bro,
Boston.
he couldn't have played right there.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying he was going for
Why
full
not?
Kyrie role, but I think Cam would have added something to that playoff series.
You couldn't double
Uh,
KD with Cam Thomas on the floor. Like Cam Thomas wasn't the best creator. I mean, he wasn't as good as he is this, but you couldn't double KD. If you tried to double KD, he was trouble.
Harden
You know what I'm
overall
saying?
was better at that point. He had more
Cat.
gravity at that point.
Harden was
It's
injured
What?
not
though.
cap. It's not cap. I mean, all right. I forgot. I forgot I'm on the Cam Thomas show. So let me.
That's funny, but the truth is, James Harden shot us out games. So you look at his field goal percentage in the games you talking about, the gravity. Yeah, they was giving him open threes. He ain't had no lift
No,
in his jumper, bro.
they weren't giving him open
But what,
threes. No, they were.
bro? Do you see his percentage? Did you see how he shot the ball? He
Mhm.
shot terrible. They
I'm
was
just saying we could have
he was
implemented a 27 point per game score in the. I mean, I know you're a rookie, but I feel like he should at least gotten some sort of
A
burn.
27 point per game scorer from college.
No, I'm talking about the year that he got drafted. If you see somebody that at that time was a bona fide
Against
bucket.
at which was at that time the best defensive team in the league. I mean,
I mean, I don't know.
and a
I'm not
guy who
saying
was
he would
terrible
have.
defensively to guard Drew Holiday. I mean, if
I
I'm
mean,
some,
Mills wasn't good defensively either,
Nah,
or
at
Steph
but
Curry.
at the time, Cam catch and shoot was not that good, and
that's what I'm saying.
he was just an on ball bucket. That
better
and I
than
keep
Joe
saying
Harris.
and I keep
It was
saying
not
like,
better than Joe Harris. That's a
nah,
lie.
at that
As a
time he
rookie,
wasn't.
he was not a better shooter than Joe.
Nah, and not
Lord
at
have
that time.
mercy.
Not at the time. Cam had stuff to work on. He could just if he had the ball in his hand, he could score a bucket. But off ball, he couldn't really do anything. That's why they kept sending him. I keep telling y'all. That's why they kept sending him to the G League so he could work on stuff and come back up because all he could do was score. But he needed the ball in his hand to do it.
Right,
He
that
I
needed to
nigga
mean,
was
he
see.
was definitely
dominating.
a
That's
That
why
nigga was
def-
Harden.
dominating in the
That's
G
why
League
Harden
too.
was still. That's why
Bro, he
Harden
went to
was
the G
still.
League with scored like 45 points one game and came back the very next day.
That's why Harden was a better fit because he was still at on the one leg, even though he was still a better playmaker. He was still getting other people good shots.
Gosh.
It just uh,
I'm just saying the nigga could have used some experience. Like I'm not saying he would have
no,
changed
he
that
not
that
when we trying to
series,
win a
but
championship. I just don't agree. I don't agree.
We're gonna check the numbers, man. I can't check the numbers right now, but if we look at James Harden in that Buck series, he shot us out of games. He was terrible.
man, if Joe Harris had a fucking shot that series, maybe
And
some shit would be
even with
different.
him shooting us out of games, he was still the best playmaker on the team.
How many
Right.
assists he had in that series, bro? He had 8, maybe. He wasn't impressive, bro. It was a bad trade. He should have never been here. We gave up wild draft picks for him to be here for half a season or a little more than one season or whatever it was. He hurt us
We be
being here, man.
we be freaking jumping off the
Oh,
bridge, like bro.
listen, I don't know. But I think
Harden
Harden
that was
during
a
that
bad look,
year,
man.
I think Harden during that year contributed. I'm not gonna say he was his best because he was injured,
Regular
but
season contributions. Regular
I
season, bro.
mean, I guess, but like with Harden, without that Harden in that playoff series, I mean, we talking about shit. Shit already went left, but shit would have went a lot left if Harden wasn't playing. Like there was some games he wasn't dominating, but
Harden got 6 assists and 5 rebounds.
Talk about
Not bad.
playmaking. But
That is playmaking. Well, he was still our best play. All right.
He was our
6
best
assists.
playmaker.
Bro, he was the best player, but he wasn't worth everything we lost for having him. That's my argument.
But that's not. I wasn't arguing that.
Right, we just
I
talking about
wasn't.
during the series.
I wasn't arguing
But
that.
I mean,
He
I
was the
feel like
shell of himself.
even though it was a championship, even though my thing is, even though we was championship contenders, I still feel like you could have implemented a little bit of the youth. Not, I'm just saying that
Exactly.
even though, yeah, like me, I'm not saying play Cam 30 minutes that playoff series. No, the hell no.
But
But
teams don't.
at least let him
Trying to win the
go out.
championship. This is what.
Anybody could have got Joe Harris minutes. He was stinking up the joint and terrible the whole time.
Yo,
He should have not been playing. He was playing bad leading up to the playoffs and then was still trash. He should have not been playing. Somebody else should have had them minutes.
I think Cam would have did. I think Cam would at least put up at least 15 or some shit. Even though he was bad to Iceman point, he was bad at the catch and shoot. I get that, but I
How's he
mean that
gonna
nigga
put up
KD
that
put
much
us
points when the ball's in Kevin Durant's hands and they space the floor out to a way where you got Blake Griffin on the court who was still giving you 12 points. You had Bruce Brown at that time who was a better player um on both ends of
KD
the court.
was technically the only creator on that. If you besides Harden, because I know Harden was on one leg, but
And Jeff Green. We had other guys out there. We had Landry Shamet who did shoot the ball.
Not laundry bag
Well,
Shamit.
Landry Shamet shot 43% from the three in that series. See, we just
Damn shit. That's what I used to call him.
you realize in that
Shamit was good at the
series,
catch and shoot though. Like
yes, and he
Damn
shot
it rhyme with damn
43%
it
from
for a
three
reason.
in
Because
that
every time you
series.
get the ball, he be like, damn it, Shamit. That's every
Shamit,
time.
Jeff Green was really good that series too. Jeff Green
I
put
know.
on.
Man, Jeff
Cam
Green
probably
is
should have played.
is a legend
Yeah,
at
he
the
should
net,
have.
bro. He's one of
Word,
my
Jeff Green put on for us, bro.
he's one of
He
my
He
wasn't
was
even he
favorite
full.
role
wasn't on the
players in the
playoff
Sean
roster,
Marks
but he
era.
should have played.
Huh?
Right.
He wasn't on the playoff roster, but he should have played. We were
Over
trying to win
fucking
a
Joe Harris
championship.
and Landry Bag Shamit. Yeah.
No, in the regular season, if you talk about the regular season going into the playoffs, the reason why he wasn't on the playoff roster because Joe Harris was shooting 45% from three in the regular season. It is what it
Nah,
is.
because
Cam
Steve
should have
Nash
Yeah.
started.
coach.
Cam should have
In
started
that year, we
with
was like
Kyrie there.
44. We was like 44 and 38. We was like the 7th seed. Like that shit. That year was kind of crazy. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Steve Nash coaching rotations was horrible, and who he chose to play was horrible. Who he
He
allowed to
wasn't
still
making the
play was
rotations.
bad.
That was D'Antoni
The
and
shit was bad.
Nigga
yep.
D'Antoni wasn't vouching for Cam. Nick, all that nigga do is offense. That's the
It
last
was
nigga I was expecting.
D'Antoni and Ime. But no, Cam should not have been on that playoff roster. What
Yo, bro. So then it should have went exactly how it went, right? Niggas should just lose with Joe
No, we
Harris
lost
shooting.
because of injuries.
No, we lost because niggas was ass on the court.
All right.
It was some of it was both. It was injuries and because Joe
Yo,
Harris
bro, you
didn't
can't
pop
sit
up.
there and cry about injuries. Injuries happen. You can still win the game. We still almost won the game. We didn't win the game because stupid motherfuckers on the court. If one more motherfucker would have made one more shot, Joe Harris bum ass missed. Yo, all right, y'all niggas love defending bum ass shit. I don't know why the fuck y'all love that so much.
I ain't say anything
I'm
about
just
Joe Harris.
I'm just
I didn't
saying.
even
Listen,
mention
niggas
Joe
might
Harris.
disagree,
So how
but
am I defending Joe Harris? I ain't even bring
Yo,
him
you
up.
be caping for Mikal Bridges bum ass.
No,
You
I
be
be telling the
caping for
truth.
Joe Harris and laundry bag Shamit right now.
Let's say Landry Shamet was better at that role. He was a playoff performer. He shot 43% from the 3-point line in that series. I wasn't caping for him. I was giving you the all right.
Well, what I will say is, again, my whole stance on that is Sean Marks dropped the ball, giving DeAndre Jordan, Jared Allen minutes, and not giving Jared Allen that contract. We, in my opinion, we a better team with Jared Allen and Karis LeVert than we are with James Harden. Bro, the Boston Celtics didn't even have Jaylen Brown that series. Y'all make it seem like it was such a astonishing thing that we beat the Celtics without Jaylen Brown. Like, And on top of that, we did it in 5 games. And I'm saying all that to say, with Jared Allen and Karis LeVert, we could have got out of the second round too without Harden. Y'all make it seem like Harden was such an impact and he was worth the trade. No,
I
he
don't really
wasn't.
agree with that.
Well, I'm not
Oh,
gonna.
I
okay.
I
really
That's
kind
that's
of
agree
my
with
shit on
thing.
the
Harden
fact
too
that the
much because
trade
he
should have
was
never
injured
happened.
the whole time, and niggas asked him to take a reduced role. So we can't blame it on him. But it should have been better coaching because the shit that we were seeing out on that court, just letting KD play 100 minutes and letting the rest of them bum ass niggas run around and do nothing. There was a lot of niggas out there just getting cardio.
I don't know, bro. Our best shooter, the one that won the 3-point contest, just missing like that. That shit was throwing me off. I was just like, yo, this
And
shit is
and
unbelievable.
Cam Johnson is the baby him.
Yeah, like I'm looking. I don't know. That team looking back at it, like we had all the components. It was just niggas getting injured and nobody really showed up
That's
besides
because they
KD and
traded
Jeff Green.
everybody away. I agree with that part. If you would
Yeah.
have had a much deeper roster if you just kept your guys, but that's not what KD and them wanted. So it is what it is. They wanted James Harden. They didn't care who had the lead to get him. So it is what it is.
Hmm. I don't know. I think that just speaks to Sean. And somebody said it, but I mean, y'all can say what y'all want. Yo, if I'm back there, I'm doing that deal 100 times over. Cool. Realistically, I'm telling these niggas we good. We do not need that nigga over here, bro. We got more depth. We got more length. Y'all gonna have to work with what we got, and that's just the bottom line. But Sean Marks give his players everything he want, man. It is what it is. Niggas don't be having no backbone uh in the front office. Like that's
I
what shit that
saw
really be
Blake
pissing
Griffin
me
dunk
off.
on Giannis in that series. I mean, people thought Blake couldn't even dunk no more.
But was wrong. Our supporting roster did what they could, man. I mean, obviously KD was KD, but
The
they
problem
did the
was
best they
that
could.
they played Bruce Bowen out of position, or Bruce Brown, excuse me. They was playing him at the four, and that just didn't make no sense. Now he was
Yeah, that
playing
was dumb.
good, but playing him at the four, it was wild to me.
That was dumb. We
And then letting him walk was wild too, because they go to Denver and win the championship as a very key piece on both ends of the floor. Got better at shooting the ball, got better at everything.
exactly.
He was the
There's
guy
a
the
lot
glue
of
guy.
shit.
See, instead of trading for Royce O'Neal, all you had to do was keep Bruce Brown.
Exactly.
But
That's
I
true.
think Jay from BK. I think Jay from BK said that
as a matter of fact, instead of trading
few
another
minutes
pick
ago.
for Royce O'Neal, which you thought got a first round pick for him, we could have just kept Bruce Brown. But they got mad because they blamed him for KD getting hurt that one time when they fell
KD
in
wanted
love
him
with him.
out of here.
You know, Sean, he gonna of course say anything you want.
I
I,
remember uh what I feel like what
Hold on,
got Bruce
KD
Brown
wanted who out of
traded
here?
was when he
Oh,
said it was going to be an
Bruce
easy
Brown,
series. Yeah, because he said it was going to be an easy series because fucking the Celtics center was out. He was like, yeah, it should be. What's his name?
Robert
Robert
Williams.
Williams.
Yeah, Robert Williams. He was out, and they're like,
Tom
yeah,
Lord.
man,
Right.
it
He
should
had
be
Horford
easy.
and Tice, right? And he said, "Oh, we're gonna beat them," and they managed to beat
Hmm.
us.
And then I remember they asked KD about it, and KD was in the interview like, he said, "What? I don't know. Maybe he drink too much coffee. He be bugging out sometimes. Like he be off caffeine. Like he was just downplaying, like that, shitting on what Bruce Brown said." And I was like, I don't know. He gonna get this guy,
listen,
especially
look,
after they
they
got
did.
swept.
He
Boston didn't
wasn't
have
traded
Brown
though.
as him, so they didn't have Brown, so that was easy for our games. But nigga, that Milwaukee series, we needed somebody to guard Middleton. That nigga was just showing up hitting the
Yeah.
close shot.
Chris got way
Like it
too many
was
buckets
bad.
in that series, man. But to LM's point, we need management with backbone. We can't have management that keeps giving in to what the players want and taking this team where it shouldn't have to go. Like we should be more unified in what we're making our decisions, and we need better leadership going
Now
forward.
see, now I know Jay, you think I just be caping for players. See, you don't understand. Y'all just been on with Brooklyn since they came to, or the Nets since they came to Brooklyn. I've seen
Who?
much worse players don a Nets jersey over my tenure with the franchise. I've seen teams that won 10, 12 games. So
A 12 and
all
70
this shit
season.
is semantics.
Hey, can we
That
talk
shit not
about
good
how
That's
Bruce
though.
Brown are?
That's not good.
Yo,
That's what I'm saying. But I know I've seen worse. So when I see a player that plays every game, yada yada yada, I'm not gonna kill him. I give him,
No, I get what you're saying by that.
I
And
give him grace,
like I be
more or less.
saying, I don't be giving them grace because I be going off like what you're expected to do. Like if you're expected to do nothing and you do nothing, cool. But if you're expected to do something and you don't do nothing, you're a bum ass nigga.
Right, hold on. Big priest.
Should we frame that
Big
one?
priest. Big priest. The reason why I don't be giving grace like
Shout out to
the reason
Jay.
why the reason why I don't be giving grace like that because I don't want to embrace a losing culture. We ain't got no championships. I don't want to just be this. Oh, it's everything is
Correction.
fine. No, the house is
Correction.
burning down, and I'm sitting in the middle of the kitchen having fucking
We
English
have
muffins.
2 championships.
Fact.
No, I know that, but in my lifetime, I've never seen it happen. Respectfully, so I'm
Fact.
saying that
Them
to say,
We don't
championships
got
in
that.
the ABA were more impressive than the championships in the NBA during that same time span.
I'm
That's
not saying
facts.
it ain't. I'm saying with my own eyes, I ain't see them win a championship.
Yeah, we needed one in Brooklyn, the Larry O'Brien.
But,
I agree.
but Breezy,
We're
the
taking
Nets
the
have.
steps to get there.
But Breezy, the Nets have the assets to get better. Like in this new CB era, you need draft assets. You need so many different things to build a good team. You can't just give free money away and expecting it all to be done like the Nets did a few years ago. You need to have your options. That's what teams are looking for, options, how to get better. If you don't have those things, it makes your team a lot harder to get better in the future. Like
God
drafting is going to
damn,
be
I'm looking
important
at
to
our
this.
roster for next season.
it's terrible.
For this
There's
season, yeah,
not
it's
no
going to be
free.
awful.
Why
There's
This
have
team
no.
could
why
There's
be
not
have
even
they
awful.
no
got
free. There's not even no free agents to get next year. Realistically, who is on that list? Most of these niggas
basketball
signed with their team.
references?
The
Basketball
only guy is
reference put
Brandon Ingram, and he wants $200 million. I am not giving that guy $200 million.
he don't
He
fit
can take that somewhere else.
he don't fit a tanking team. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
200
Right.
million, fuck out of here.
Like, seriously, this dude had a chance to get a jump. He had a chance to go to the rim against OKC. The guy takes a mid-range shot and misses. I'm like, dude, you're freaking so tall. Go to the rim. He didn't do that.
Brandon Ingram be trying to play like KD.
Yeah, but he ain't
Right.
KD, man. He ain't KD.
You could tell that's his favorite player.
I
Yeah,
mean, he was
right.
called Baby
When you watch
KD
him
coming
play,
out
right,
when in the
Jay,
draft.
you could tell that he idolized Kevin Durant.
That's a fact.
If you watch
He
that
was called
play,
Baby KD in that 2015. I think that 2015, but he was coming out the draft. They were saying he was Baby KD. He must have let it get to his head, cause I mean, niggas
That
been playing
nigga
like
ain't
KD for
nothing
damn
like
near his whole life.
Has Ingram ever made it to the second round?
compared to KD.
No,
I
right?
don't think so.
What's such
Oh, oh.
Shit.
I don't think
It's so
so. Ingram doesn't fit our timeline anyway. We need to get dudes
no,
here
Man,
that
if we
fit the
got somebody
rebuild
other
timeline.
kids
they
besides
won't trade. They
Zion, it
wouldn't
would
have
be. I
traded
like
to
Grand Theft
bring Brandon
Alvarado,
Ingram in
man. I
here.
wish we had him on our team.
Oh, he's a scrappy good guy,
I
man. I
wish
don't
we
know if
had
he's a
him
free
on our
Zion
agent
on
though.
this team would be
Alvarado, but they're
crazy.
not
I
getting rid of him.
team.
They're
Word.
not getting rid of him because he's a glue guy. You need glue guys on your team.
Right.
I like
right.
him,
And we
and
got
he's
the
and he's
makings of
from
some glue
Brooklyn.
guys
That's
with Jalen Wilson and I like to pick up a shake. So we got some glue guys.
yo.
Herb
Not for
Jones would be a
nothing.
good player.
Not for
Herb
nothing.
Jones,
Everybody
man.
keeps talking about Bogdanovich, but I like the pickup of Shake because I never knew who Shake Milton was till he played us and bust our ass one game. I went to that game like, yo, who's this guy on the ticket? And B not playing, none of these niggas playing. Who's this dude on the ticket? I never even seen him. We about to win by 30. And they
Eh,
bust our ass.
I
Now
mean, Shake
Shake always
Milton.
been a streaky guy. He's older
Yeah.
than I thought though.
They bust our
But
ass. I was like, this kid is nice.
Nah, Shake is
I didn't know he was
insurance though.
27. But
They're gonna.
he's a good role player to have.
No, but they brought in Shake as insurance because they're probably going to trade Schroeder or Bogdanovich soon. That's why they brought in Shake. Like they have to get one
I
of those
think
moves
they
done.
should have been flipped Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich can be helping the team that's trying to win the championship.
I flip them to the
Yeah,
Bucks for
word.
whatever capital they got left. The Bucks have a few second round picks. I'll give you Bogdanovich straight up to clean out your capital. Like that's what the Nets should be doing. Look at the teams that
Yeah.
are desperate right now. Clean out remaining draft assets they got. That's literally
Hey,
like
if you
good
get some
picks.
second round picks for Bogdanovich,
Yeah.
I think the
Yeah.
Knicks traded. Then they traded first to get him.
Yeah, but that was like
I think
a
so.
year ago or something.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
see,
yeah, yeah. I
y'all
know,
saw.
I know. I was just saying the value for us because we didn't give up no picks, so it would still be value for us if we got a couple seconds. We get three. We got 4 seconds for old ass. What's that dude name?
Uh, Jay
Th-
Jay Crowder.
Jay Crowder. Yeah, they all.
Right.
Because I was finna say Damari Carroll because they all look the same to me. But
I
um, we
yo,
got
I ain't
4 seconds
gonna
for
lie.
him.
Y'all
Just the
see?
fact that we have
Oh,
mad draft capital is in the span of that shit changed over a day. Like to
Right.
me, that shit was it's just mind blowing. Like you could, I'm not saying you not don't. I'm not saying trade them because I don't think you should trade most of them assets. But just the fact that you have that much capital to use
And we got more
is
capital.
insane.
And I think, and I get what they're doing. I think they're gonna start out the season. DFS start out hot like he did last year. Who won him? Two first. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Cam Johnson start out hot. Who won him? A first. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Right,
yeah.
Bogdanovich start out hot. Who won him? A first and a
right.
second. You know what I'm saying?
I look at the
I think that's
Pacers,
what they're gonna
man.
try to do.
Pacers got assets and they
you
got prospects. Like we could flip Johnson Ado to the Pacers for some picks and a return player like Dries Walker, Ben
y'all
Shepherd.
think
Like there are guys on that team to get
y'all
potentially.
think
They're not gonna
Finney
trade
Smith is
Shepard.
worth more than Cam Johnson?
They're not
Wait,
gonna
what,
trade
Jay?
Shepard.
I said, y'all think Finney Smith is worth more than Cam Johnson? Because I just heard him say two firsts for dude and one first for dude. So
I
y'all
Yeah,
think
mean,
because Finney
year
Smith is
ago,
much better
I
defensively.
think so.
Yeah, Finney
I
Smith is
think you
much
get
better
more for
defensively.
More.
DFS. Yeah, I
okay?
think you get
We
more
got to
for DFS.
remember that Dorian Finney-Smith was the best defender on Dallas before he came
Yeah.
to us.
don't the
He was
Cavs
the
Right.
want him
guy. He
though?
It's
was the
not
guy that
even.
was guarding all them guys Luca can't guard.
I
Yeah.
He
don't
was
It's
know.
that
not
Whenever I
guy.
be
even.
hearing
It's
people
not
talk
even that
about him,
that
it
he's
seems
a
like
great.
more people would be interested in Cam Johnson just as a shooter than.
Yeah, and on
But
a championship contender. Yeah.
yeah,
That
So
it,
if
but
you're
it
bringing
depends,
in,
but the team.
but yeah,
The team depends on their cap space situation.
like
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 Dodo,
like for
Dodo,
instance,
you
if you
watch them
put Cam
shut
Johnson on the
down.
Clippers, if you put Cam Johnson on the Clippers, that will help them immensely because they
But they
got
got nothing to
Kawhi.
give us though. Clippers got nothing
No,
but I think one pick left. I don't know if we're
no.
gonna give up Johnson for just one
No,
pick.
it's not about necessarily the pick. It's about matching salary. Like we watched
And
Dodo
to
in
keep
that
it a
Clipper
buck, I
game
trade Cam Johnson for
in
Bones Highland straight up.
my
I'll trade
God.
I'll trade Ben Simmons to their team for whatever they want to give us. I'll give us 4 players. I'll take them. They're
I
desperate. The
like
Clippers got
I
nobody.
like Bones Highland as a young point guard. I trade him for Cam Johnson straight up.
Mm. What about the
What
Magic?
about Cam? What about Cam
I'd
Johnson
Absolutely
to?
not.
rather DFS
What
and
about
keep
Cam Johnson to Orlando?
Yeah, for Jet Howard and a Nuggets 2025 pick. We could have 7 picks in next year's draft. That would be fun.
That the
Um,
salary doesn't match.
I saw
yeah,
Yeah.
Jet working out at the Barclays.
Salaries have to match.
Yeah.
That's one
Jet
of the
Howard
reasons
was at the
why
Barclays. I
Well,
think
Dodo
not
his
well,
practice
no,
was
it
at the
there.
depends
Nets
on what
Dodo is
practice.
worth
apron they're
more.
under. If they're not under this first or second apron, the salaries don't have to match. If they can absorb some of the contract.
Well, I
They
think
can.
Gary Harris was in a trade rumor, but he can't be traded till January or something like that. So that wouldn't work.
Right
But
now, right now, Orlando has they signed KCP. They gave what's this
Isaac that
guy's name?
contract.
Isaac, yeah, MAGA
Yeah, they
Isaac.
Oh,
gave
they
They
did
Isaac
gave
that
sign
him
Jonathan
a
contract.
Isaac.
huge
Okay,
contract.
Yeah, very huge contract.
So they
but
they
I
can't.
I would be
Their
looking
cap space is tied up.
if I'm Brooklyn right now, I would be looking at Oklahoma City because if you can add another shooter over there, because Lou Dort ain't ain't that guy as far as shooting the ball. So if you can get some assets from them, and they have cap space, So if you can get some assets from them for
And
Cam Johnson
they got draft
or
capital.
even a DFS, because they're not trying to they're not focused on drafting anymore. They're focused on getting pieces that fits what they got going on that can help them win.
I would
So
love Kason Wallace, man, on this rebuilding team, man. If we had to
they not
give both
trading him.
Johnson and Doe up for that guy, I'd give both of them up for that and like 2 picks from OKC. If they were that desperate to win, Wallace is a really good player from what I saw last year.
I think Oklahoma City will probably look at DFS more. It depends because they already got Alex Caruso,
Right.
um, and they picked up a couple other pieces. So
Nah, if the Nets are looking to trade for a point guard from the Oklahoma City Thunder, the person that they should be looking to trade for is Nikola Topic. That
Ooh,
should be the number
right.
one person they're looking to trade for. A guy who is out
I would
this
trade both of
season
them for his
Look,
rights.
no, I'd
and
trade one of
and
them,
And
Doe,
you
and that for
get
he
2 picks
him
and
just
and let
Nicola.
him build.
that's your point guard right there for the rebuild. If you get him,
Yeah,
let
if you
him
can get
heal up next
Topic,
year, this year.
but
Next
Dylan
year he
Harper
gonna
is
be
way
ready for
better.
next year.
But if you can get Topic and then put him with Bailey and Flag, and then get what I'm saying, you might be on to something.
He's a
Right,
point guard who's big enough to play next to Cam.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
he's six
And
five,
you
six
and you
six
have
in
him
that
you have
range.
him in your building rehabbing. You see how the rehab is going towards the second half of the season. You let the guy rehab with the team, and he gets to play with the young guys and see what you have with him. That's the guy they should
The
be
only
Right.
targeting,
the only
and you
problem
get him
that
for
I would see
Dodo.
with that is since they just traded Giddy, I think Topic was supposed to be Giddy's replacement.
Yeah.
Nah,
That's
they
that's
I
the
would
only problem I have with that.
where I would strongly disagree with that is Oklahoma City is point guard university. They got so many ball handlers. Like I watch a lot of OKC games. They traded Giddy, but they got back a ball handler in Alex Caruso. They already had SGA. They already had Kason Wallace. They just re-upped Isaiah Joe. J Dub
Mm.
brings the ball up. They also have what's the point guard's name? His brother's in the NBA. I just drew a blank. I know his name
Alexander
too.
Walker? No.
No, Wiggins. His brother's
Wig.
not
Yeah,
Oh
that.
yeah,
Wiggins.
yeah,
That's
Yeah,
that.
Wiggins.
I,
Yeah.
I said his brother, but Aaron Wiggins also. They got a bunch of point guards. Them drafting Topic was a luxury for them. They don't need him at all. They don't need him, and they can include him. They can include. I don't think they traded Kenrich Williams. I don't think they traded him.
I
No, I
think
think
he's
he's
still
still
in
on.
the. I think he's
Yeah.
yeah. He's still on the roster.
So
Hey,
they,
two
but they
picks
they have
and topic for
salaries that
Doe?
can
That'd be a good move.
go for Dodo if
Yeah.
they
Right.
wanted to.
But their defense would be lock solid if they get Doe. Like that'd be a hard team you don't want to see in the first round. You don't want to see them in the first round. Like that would
But
be a
I wouldn't
win-win
Dodo
for
even
them.
Dodo
look at
showed you
Memphis
last year.
looking at Cam
Daron?
Spencer or um I know they probably gonna keep Luke Kennard. Marcus Smart ain't an option.
No, they looking to
Like
trade Luke Kennard because he's an expiring.
Right.
oh
And they wanted Daron from us, remember? It's for second picks and somebody. So maybe there's
It's
a
not
trade there to
only.
work out too.
I was gonna say it's not only that they don't have big men anymore. I don't know who
Yeah.
it is if the guy is up here now who loves Zach Edey, but he don't qualify. they don't they
That's
don't
Leaf.
have big men
That's
right
Leaf.
now.
Shout to Leaf, man.
We should have done Claxton for Edie when we had the chance on draft night,
no,
man. It would have been a
no, we
great sign
shouldn't
and
have.
trade move.
No, we
I
should not
vetoed that.
have.
Holy crap! Hell no.
Why not? Zach Edey would have fit this
Or
rebuild perfectly. Emma Thomas could have scored
or
50 a
Absolutely
night.
not.
Nah, man.
maybe if you can flip Finney Smith for Jordan Hawkins in New Orleans,
Why
I
would
would
they do
love to
that?
have
And to
Jordan
be fair,
Hawkins on this
to
team.
be fair, Claxton is still relatively young. Not like he in his
I would love to
30s.
have Jordan
Yeah,
Hawkins on this
but
team. A
LM,
guy
you
who
don't
won a
give Clax that type
championship
of
in
money on a
college,
rebuilding
a
team if we're
guy
being
who is
logical here.
By the
ish.
time Clax contract ends, he's gonna be like 27, 28. So I mean, you still that's a pretty good contract that you got him for in
Right.
terms of the rebuild. he still can improve in certain areas. I think it
I ain't getting
was
rid
just
of
loyalty.
Claxton, man.
But what if he
Y'all
doesn't, LM? If he's just a good defensive guy, that's his ceiling 2 years from now. If that's his highest value, I think the Nets should trade him at that point because he needs to
I
show
ain't saying
more.
not trading
I ain't saying
Claxton.
Claxton is Rudy, but look at what Rudy does for that
We're
Minnesota
not
team.
trading Claxton. Claxton is going to be a Brooklyn net.
Well, they're trading Thomas, is what
You
you're
say
saying.
that now, but
It's
Sean
one of
Marks
them.
on this
Hey,
team,
Priest,
Sean
if
Marks
you
in
had
the
to
front
choose
office,
between them, who are you
anything is
trading?
possible.
Priest, who are you trading? Thomas or Claxton? If you had a choice, who are you going to trade?
Neither.
Neither one.
Neither one.
Yeah,
But
but
I'm
then
knowing
you,
not
Sean, but in
trading.
John's point, knowing Sean Marks, them
yeah,
niggas might be up for grabs. It's just for
exactly.
some bullshit.
But we not. But we not. We didn't give Claxton that contract, which is going to end up being a good contract for
It
the
is a
Brooklyn.
good contract compared to the other contracts you see. That's a very
Especially
good
when the TV
contract.
money go up and everything. I'm not. We not trading Nick Claxton. Everybody who wants him traded, we not doing it.
And he showed loyalty. Like, yo, I'm
Right.
staying here. This is my home. Like, we want
He
people
could have
here
went to the
to
Thunder.
stay here.
He could have went to the Thunder and been competing for a championship, but he chose to stay
He chose
here.
to stay in a rebuild. Like, what? That
Well, I
is
think
loyal.
Trying
Sean
to
had a
And
trade him. Why
choice.
we
I mean,
always
to be
bring?
honest, I don't
Why
think
we
Sean had a
always bringing
choice.
Nick Claxton up as far as trading people? Why we always trading Nick Claxton?
Well, he's been in trade
yeah,
rumors the last few seasons, Priest, so it
they
really
do
wasn't
that
Not
pre.
us.
from
It
They
us.
was,
do that pre. They do that pre because they want to see. They
They
don't
haters.
think that they want the offensive skill set Claxton to kick in, and they don't think he has anything to offer other than defense, which is
Well,
very
defense wins
inaccurate.
championships, so yeah, let's keep that.
well, it depends
Right.
also on Clowney's
So
He's damn near the
development,
best
too.
defender on this team. One who
I'm,
can guard 1 through 4.
I'm
If
saying,
if he's
man, don't have to have offense, bro. Yo,
right.
you know what I'm
We be
saying?
steady trying to dang on trade Nick Claxton, man, or talking about trading Nick Claxton. I ain't
yeah,
with it.
no, me neither.
I mean, it
That's one
depends,
thing
Priest. A
me and
lot
Priest
can change.
agree
Depends
on.
how these draft
I'm
picks
not,
turn out, where the Nets
I'm
are
not,
at, and if they want to make a big move
nah,
or not. But those are the two main
nah,
guys that
Y'all
people can
think
nah,
trade
Claxton will
for.
be
nah.
here on the
Hold
contender?
on. Let me make this clear because that's like Ada and SL said. That's what BK and Wild Hoops be doing. They love talking about trading Claxton. Like I said, if you're gonna build a culture with basketball with the Brooklyn Nets, you got to take care of your guys that was considerate to Harden, Katie, and Kyrie, and all of the extra shit that he had to go through. All of the different starters. If anybody deserve money from the Brooklyn Nets, it's Nick Claxton, and build around him. You know what I mean? His skill set is rare in the NBA. So even if he not the best at his max potential, he got more upside. I would stay with him, bro. I ain't got him in no trade conversation. They got Giannis, they got Jonas Valanciunas. Fine, have him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trading Clax for nobody. I'm good.
What if Luca was on the table?
Ooh, LM.
Bro, that's not realistic, bro. Come on, man. That's not realistic, bro. It's not realistic. It's not realistic.
But if it
Nah,
And
but
was,
you saying nobody. Like, to be fair, there are a subtle amount of people I think Claxton be traded for.
Giannis.
but it's certain people in the NBA that's untradeable. People like that, like they not
Yeah, but
trade.
he ain't one.
They not
I'm not
traded
saying.
franchise.
Yeah, I'm not saying he should be traded
Only
because I
people
like the
dumb enough to
loyalty.
do that is us.
Right. I don't think he should be traded because of the loyalty. I like the fact, he sent subs to Macau on the story. We need guys like that on this team that want to play in Brooklyn, man.
Facts.
Yeah, he not the rebuild age. He what 24, 25, but I mean, he wants to stay here. He chose to stay here instead of going to a contender.
Because he gonna
Like,
have more of a leadership role. Him and Cam Thomas been building something together already. He trying to see the thing through, my boy.
No, it'd be good
right.
to see what Thomas and Claxton could do together. If Claxton could, silence some people with some offensive game this season, he has freedom to do it. Nobody's going to be. There's no pressure this season. Just have fun with it. Work on
Yo,
your stuff.
remember, just
doesn't.
what a season ago, he was the field goal percentage champion. Know what I
That's
mean?
what
Well,
I'm
that was
saying.
with KD, Kyrie, and James on the team. Why
Yeah,
he
but
said
that's
there's
the
a
But
point.
it
point.
was with
He
him
doesn't. He
releasing more in
doesn't
the
have
offense
to have
as a live
offense.
threat.
Right,
Yeah,
but nobody was
one mic, yeah,
defending
one
too
mic, yeah,
hard
one mic.
either, though.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, he
Just
doesn't
saying,
have
just
to
saying.
have an offense though. He's not an offensive guy. You know what I'm saying? That's not his specialty. His offense. When you just because you see a player and you know he's capable of doing more than what he can do, doesn't mean that he has to do it. And that's why they keep him in that box. Y'all would love to see it. People would love to see him shoot and shoot threes, but that's not his thing. You know what I'm saying? It could be, but it's not. So you got to look at the player for what he is right now. He's a defensive guy, a rebounder, a rim runner. That's who he is.
Iceman, he be practicing that shit in the off
One
season. Why
one
Yeah,
of
not
the
I
let him?
know.
Why
best
not let him
one
do
of
it?
the best
Exactly,
defensive players in
LM.
the league
Why is he getting the
at that.
Sabonis talk then?
because they feel like they have other guys to make those shots at a higher percentage, so they don't need
I'm
him
Exactly,
to
not
do it.
Jay.
right. We're not
They
just
need him to
we're
do
not
something else.
disputing that, but I do want to see
This
him
is the
be a
one
little bit
thing,
more versatile.
real quick,
It's but
LM,
it's
and because
not.
I need to charge my phone anyway. Real quick, I wish that we would stop looking at all these players when the coaches are asking them to do certain things, and they do them, and then we get mad because they doing what like they supposed to say fuck the coach. Only person in the league do that is Bron and KD and them. Nick Claxton did exactly what he was asked to do, and he did it at a very high level.
Facts.
So he
Facts.
should get respect for that. Now, if Jordy wants him to do something different, I guarantee you he will do it because all I've seen him do is do exactly what he was asked to do at a very high level, and everybody wants to kill him for it. He don't shoot threes. So what?
He made that three last year on KD.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
woo!
Now, hold on, Big Priest. Nah, I'm with you with this Nick Claxton. I really think that he deserves to, get more respect from Brooklyn Nets fans. He like when the last time you seen a net player even stay this long on the team? You know what I'm
Ever.
saying? Who was the last player that stayed 5 seasons?
Well, Richard Jefferson did, Kittles did, Van
Nah, but
Horn
But
did.
that's what I'm saying.
he's still here.
Look how far back you gotta go. You talking about New Jersey?
No,
Since the
he's still
since,
here because he's loyal, not because the general manager's loyal. He tried to trade him at least 5 times. He
Right.
kept trying to
Good
trade him.
point. I'm glad somebody brought
It
that
ain't
up.
because of
If they really,
Clax is
if they
loyal, not the general
let's
manager.
be honest, Joy from PK. If they really wanted to trade Claxton, they would have traded him for Siakam when Toronto said that that's the piece we want in the trade. He would have been in
It's
Toronto.
No, he wouldn't have because they didn't want to give the picks that Toronto also wanted. It wasn't just him. They wanted picks on top of him. That was the hang up.
Hey yo,
It wasn't a one for one because their salaries were nowhere close to
No,
each
it
other.
wasn't. I know it wasn't a one for one. I know it was some more on top of it.
They
But
wanted
he
they
was
wanted
the main
picks.
piece that they wanted,
The
is what I'm
main
saying.
piece that they wanted were picks, and they were not giving the picks that Toronto that
I
Bobby
heard
Webster
different.
wanted.
I heard they wasn't giving up Nick Claxton.
Another classic Sean Marks move backfired.
I heard they wasn't giving up Nick Claxton, and that's what I'm gonna
No,
stand on.
they've. I,
They
I,
want to give
I
up twice though, Priest. You can't let those go away though, man. Like Sean Marks
They've
has been trying to trade
attempted
both
to
him and Thomas
trade
for a
Nick
while now.
Claxton no less than 5 times, including 2 summers ago. They tried to trade him to the Lakers when he re-signed with us. They tried to sign and trade him to the Lakers 2 summers ago. They've tried to trade him at least 5 times.
What I'm
Ouch.
who
saying,
But they
Joey.
have
Claxton?
What I'm
Yeah.
Claxton.
saying.
They've tried to trade
What
him
I'm
at least
saying,
5 times.
Joey, is
Mm.
I don't care what they try to do. I'm gonna stand on my heel. He didn't get traded, so I don't believe it was finna happen.
Okay, I'll
that's
say
fair.
this with respect to Jordy Fernandez. If he's gonna take a page out of the Sacramento Kings book, I would not be surprised to see Clax bringing the ball up a lot
Ooh.
because
Okay.
he grew up as a point guard,
Yeah, that's true.
so he has guard skills. They just don't let the last coaches never let him bring the ball up, but he has guard skills. He can bring the ball up. I would like to see if Coach Fernandez is gonna open that door.
I'm glad you said that because we be explaining that to certain people and they don't be, you know what I'm saying, getting the memo. Claxton definitely has guard skills. Um, I mean, it is a thing going on between, yo, why are these players not doing it on the court? And then it's like, yo, the organization don't want them to do that.
Right.
And I mean, it's a division. Some people believe it, some people don't. But my thing is, we literally, and not to talk about them because it's not about them, but we literally seen footage of Mitchell Robinson in the off season handling like a guard and shooting step back threes and doing all types of stuff. Clearly, there's more to these players than they let on, but they have to play a certain role. It's just the way it is. They have to stick to a certain role. I'm sure Bam can do more than what he does, but it's a certain role that these guys have to play. It's just if they allow Claxton to do more things, then I'm sure he's going to do them. But
Right.
I say it's the same thing with the Dayron thing, where they can't shoot uh early in the shot clock unless or either that or unless we up by like 30 or something. Certain things that they tell them to do that they can't really showcase more. They ask they skill set, and Dayron actually has a really good skill set. His passing game is good. He can shoot the ball a little. They
Rebounding.
kind of got a rebounding. Yeah, like he actually kind of has some guard skills in him too. But these guys have roles to play. They can't do everything that they allow to just because it fits the system. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I think Claxton, if Horty allows him to do more, like Jay from BK said, bringing the ball up, playing that Sabonis role, I think he's gonna do more so of that. But I think I do want to see Claxton be more versatile offensively. Like
Yes.
I get the defensive end is cool to me. I know he damn near one of the best defenders in the league, but I do want to see some versatility from him offensively. I'm not
Yep.
saying the nigga gonna take 30 shots. I'm just saying he can give us a little mid range. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he got to shoot 33s, but if he can give us a little bit in the mid range, I'm good with that.
Well
And
said.
we go from there.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Facts.
just like to see him dunk on some more people. Forget that little flip shot. I want to see some dunks.
You mean the hook shot? You mean the hook thing he
That
does?
push shot is horrible, bro.
Attack
I'm not
the
even gonna
rat
hold you.
Do a
aggressively.
jump shot, Claxton. Claxton do a jump shot. Do at least 2 to 3 a night. Like just do it.
Yeah, that push shot is horrible to watch sometimes. I be seeing him do the push shot. I'll be like,
And,
bro.
and I'm
So
not even
hold on.
down, bro.
Let's
Y'all
get
do
your
look like
expectations.
sometimes, but I
Let, no, go my fault, Jay. I'm gonna go after whatever you're gonna say.
yeah, I was just saying, I'm not saying Claxton is bad at the little push shot, but it do miss sometimes, and I wish he would just attack the rim aggressively more, and then you could get the and one too, instead of falling away from the rim where you just making it tougher for yourself.
No, I'm with you. So
Right.
let's just get some numbers for Claxton next season. If he does go to the next level, what his numbers look like? What his numbers look like? I'm gonna go out and
Um,
say 16 and 11.
that's not a
For
bad
Clax, wow.
16 and
Uh,
11.
honestly, I was gonna say 18 and 10.
18 and 10.
Let's go, Clax.
Well, I mean,
Why are you
we
saying it like
taking
that,
so.
man? Why you saying it like
I
that?
mean, nah, because I forgot we taken. So those numbers they may be accurate, especially with Cam and Class having the keys this season. 18 and 10 might be plausible. I think Cam might average 29 or 30. His usage rate is going to be high as hell this season. But I can see Claxton getting 19, 18. I think he should definitely improve his points per game. I think he should definitely improve. Um, I mean, he shot 70% from the field at some point. I mean, I know that was because of Harden and KD there, so obviously his play is going to be elevated. But if he can get back to that area in the field goal percentage, like around that 70 or 60
But
percent.
but hold on, time out. He's not gonna get back to that 70 or 60% if y'all want him to shoot mid ranges and 3 pointers. Because he was only at 70% because he was getting a lot of lobs and attempts close at the rim, so they were easy to make.
That's not necessarily true. I
That's the
do.
under
I'm not.
Facts.
He's not a bad. The regard. From what I've seen from his jumper, his actually a really good jump shot. I'm not saying that he need to take Embiid shots, but I feel like if he could take like a little 5, 6, dude, get Cam already gonna give him his alleys, so that's down. That's already down pat. He gonna get his alleys. If he can add a little bit to the mid range, I feel like that's a good 55% right there. You already if he just catching the alleys and doing off the pick and roll, that's already an excellent shot percentage right there. And then from what I've seen from Claxton, he can actually shoot. So if he gonna shoot the mid range, I feel like you just added more on the field goal percentage. It's not a bad jump shot. He actually has a really good form. It's not like a slow form where he got to wind it up. Like he has really good set shot. So I feel like if he just adds to that more instead of doing the push shot crap and be aggressive going to the rim, like Jay said, that's gonna up his percentage even more. I think it just matters on what Hordy has for him and how Hordy is gonna utilize it.
Hold on. LM, to add to that, Orange Spiegel said I want 70% from the free throw line from Clax and 6 free throw attempts a game. Anything else doesn't matter. I agree. A part of him scoring more points is being able to him knock down his free throws. I think that's the missing offense that I would take over him developing a three and the midi and all of that. I agree with Orange. If he could just knock down his free throws and stay aggressive at the basket, like Jay said earlier, bro, he's definitely going to average 16 to 18 points. You know what I'm saying? Because he's going to get to the line being aggressive. So I agree with that. But for one, I just wanted to also say thanks for the 700 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? We're really trying to grow the page, and I want to say thank you.
Play the applause button.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hold on. Yeah, no, I'm saying.
Shout to you though. Shout to you. Shout to the subscribers. We building.
Yeah. So again, man, 1,000 thank y'all, man. 700 to 800 now. And again, you guys are great, man. We're gonna end this shortly, but I wanted to say shout out to Chip7. He says, I live in Thailand and the only Nets jerseys I see are Kai and KD. I almost fucked that all the way up. We're just gonna call him Kai. We just gonna call him Kai. But yeah, shout out to all the Nets fans across the world, man. They got fans in Thailand. They say we ain't got no fans. We got fans in different areas. Come on, man. This a whole
Brooklyn
different
Nets are
country.
one of the most popular international teams in the world. Nobody ever acknowledges that. Everybody just says, "Oh, fans are only in Brooklyn." Like you gotta
Man,
open your mind.
I gotta realize, like fans, not even just Net fans in general, but even like teams all around the league, the 30 NBA teams, they the NBA teams fans is not only in that particular city.
Yes.
Like they got fans all around. Like there are Spurs fans that live in LA. Like this team is just it doesn't regulate just to Brooklyn or the San Antonio or the Miami. Like you got Miami Heat fans that live in Brooklyn. Like is weird, but I mean it is what it is. Guys support their teams. You know what I'm saying? It's just not regulated to BK. So I mean, I think those are the real fans too. They show support from Thailand. Like that's dope. You don't live in Brooklyn. You live no. They probably never stepped foot in Brooklyn. But the fact they just showing support,
But
no
you
matter
heard
how
they
far
just
they are, is
said
crazy.
they was all Kyrie and KD jerseys.
You think it was just doing that? You think it was just doing that? Or
Well, I think that helped build the profile.
that's true. It's just crazy. Joe Silas was like, "Yo, I'm addicted to winning," and them niggas traded the two niggas that you know what I'm saying
And
was
if you think about it from this perspective too, we had a Russian owner, and AK-47 was on the team at the time. So then got mad Russian fans, international. We had the Chinese owner, and you see we do a lot of Chinese New Year stuff and all of that international days. So that brings international fans to the arena and spotlight.
I think besides San Antonio, I think we do have one of the most diverse fan bases. Because
Facts,
if
LM.
you go to the arena, there's mad different ethnicities,
Facts.
like
They
mad
always have
ethnicities in the
multicultural
Barclays.
days and stuff.
Right. Like that's dope. Like I really appreciate like people from all ethnicities of all cultures come and support the Nets. Like that's really a dope thing to have. I mean, yeah, Katie and Kyrie may have, boosted the fan base, like, but I feel like the real Net fans are the ones that's here now. Like that still stays.
There was a
Yo,
culture
Regardless
now,
of
before. There was a
put
culture
that
before
comment
they
back on
came.
the screen, Breeze. The one that said when we start winning, we gonna have mad people in the chat. I feel like
Yeah,
we need to have mad
yeah.
people in the chat this year, man, because we gonna all need somewhere to talk about this. Breeze said it the other
Facts.
day. Shit gonna be therapy up here, man, because it might be a tough season, man. So
Yo,
we gonna
one
go.
day
Yeah,
if we
man.
win a chip, I'm gonna be up here being like, yo, I remember we was arguing about Cam Thomas. I remember we was arguing should Clax get a jumper. I remember we was up here arguing about Zach Edey getting drafted
Yeah.
here and Kai Jones. I remember all of this happening just to make it here. At this moment, I'm gonna be all up Atlantic. I was like, it's gonna be a movie, man. Seeing the championship down Atlantic going down that strip, like that's just gonna be. I hope to see Cam and Claxton on that parade and on that day, man. We got to keep the young guys, the guys that we drafted here, just to see that happen.
Fact, and you know what?
Like,
The Nets got young at the right time. The league is getting old. The old guys are almost out, and there's a whole bunch of new guys. So the Nets got young at the right time. Everybody keeps forgetting that. Everybody's saying, "Oh, the Nets are just crashing and burning." No, you got the most draft capital in the East. Use that power wisely. Don't
and the
throw it
league is
away.
in good hands. The
Yeah,
league is in very good hands with the young talent. These guys, once Braun, KD, Steph, once all those guys leave, man, I think the league is still gonna be fun to watch. If not now, like you see
yeah,
Anthony Edwards on the rise, you see Wemby here, Paulo. Like I can't. Even though Cam is not to the league, not in that area, I'm gonna still count Cam because he's still a really good young talent. But I mean, you see these guys, what I'm saying, balling out, man. I think the league is gonna be in really good hands. I think if anything, Wemby really gonna make the league some bread because can you imagine when that dude reached 23 or 24 in his prime years? Like that's gonna be must watch basketball.
right.
Like I think Edwards is only 22 years old. Like he's not even in his prime yet. Like the league is gonna be really fun to watch. I just want the East to have more young talent. Like
Yo,
I love the West, but I'm sick of the West
An-
always having the young talent and
Anthony
having
Edwards
these.
and Rob Dillingham seemed like it was gonna be some shit.
Ooh, good point, Jay. That was a
Yeah,
steal for them.
they seem nasty together.
They went for
If Rob,
27 again. That guy, number 7, insane.
I mean, Spurs drafted Dillingham. I'm surprised they traded him to Minnesota, but when you got CP3 and Castle, I
Right.
mean,
That's
I guess
it.
you can't
Castle.
complain.
Hold on. I just want to shout out Jose Bless. He shouted out my bar. He said, when we win the chip, I'm doing my Brooklyn dance move. That's a fact, man. I'm doing the stunning. I'm Millie rocking up Flatbush Avenue. That's a fact, man. But I was listening to y'all. Y'all cooking, man. Shout out to the whole panel. Shout out to Jay, John, Iceman, Joey BK. Shout out to LM, of course. And thanks for all the new subscribers. I just wanted to ask, while we talking about draft picks for next season, I just wanted to ask all y'all. It don't have to be a long soliloquy, but who was your favorite draft pick for that y'all seen actually grow, got better, and like who's your favorite draft pick? Y'all know mine is Cam Thomas, so I'll go last, but you know what I'm saying? Let's start with Joey BK, and then we're gonna go around the panel. Joey BK, who's your favorite Nets draft pick ever?
You took about based off the young guys that we've drafted recently.
After just based on what you watching Nets basketball, who's your favorite draft pick that the Nets drafted?
Oh, just the franchise period. We talk about this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
okay,
the
no timetable, right?
no timetable, nope.
I'm gonna go with Kerry Kittles. Yeah,
That's a good pick.
yeah, because I've always was a big Kerry Kittles fan since he was with Villanova, and to see the Nets pick him was kind of crazy. Even though he didn't have a long career with us, but the career he did have was solid. But it was pretty cool to see him get picked here. I know a lot of people probably gonna say Kenyon Martin, right? But yeah, it was probably Kittles for me.
Yeah, they said they got different players. Johnson, I think he came from Portland. I think he was a trade more than a draft pick. But let's go to John. John, who was your favorite draft?
Wait, you guys hear me? It went a little blank for a second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right.
John.
Honestly, I want to say Noah Clowney. I know we just got him like a year ago, but this guy is really going to grow into something really good. He's already got different skill sets. He knows how to impact the game in different ways, and Nets really haven't had a big that can do so many different things. I really want to see this guy grow the next few seasons, and I think he could become a core member of this team. He's got a lot of good skill sets. I really want to see what he can do more of. I think he's got special talent.
All right, that's what up. Clowney getting big love early, man. I like that. I like that. Let's go to Iceman. Iceman, favorite draft pick ever for the Nets, man. Who you like?
I'm gonna say the same thing Joey said. I think it was Kerry Kittles for me, even though even though the Van Horn fan, I think Kerry was the one. You know what I mean? Because he can do a lot of things on the court. So I go with that.
Can I bring honorable mention?
Yeah, go ahead.
Honorable mention. Kenny Anderson.
Yeah, nah, Kenny Anderson was nice, man. Kenny A was nice. I think he had like a short stint with us too, though. It was like 3 seasons.
Nah, I think he played longer than that. Hold on, I gotta look it up, but I know he played more than 3 seasons. But I mean, it was different with Kenny for me because Kenny from Queens, he from New York. I watched his career in high school. I watched him be like one of the top point guards in the country playing at Georgia Tech. That was right before Marbury came. Like he was the man. Like Kenny Anderson was the man in the city. And to see that, him to get drafted locally and to have a decent, solid basketball career, I thought that was pretty dope. I think he's one of the best point guards we've ever had, too. Me personally, yeah, it's Kenny Anderson for sure. Chips.
Kenny Anderson, not bad.
Nah, yeah, he definitely a good pick, man. Kenny A, he definitely an honorable mention, but he up there. Let's go to Jay, man. Talk to us, Jay. Who was your favorite draft pick?
Yo, man, you already said Cam Thomas, of course. So I probably would have picked Cam, or I probably would have picked Noah just because I got a signed basketball by him, and that's my bro. He threw it straight to me. You know what I mean? So that's my guy. But I'm gonna just say Day'Ron Sharpe. You know what I mean? He's gonna be one of the best rebounders in the game. You know what I mean? And word, and we need that. So I mean, I'm just going with the new era, just because it's Brooklyn.
My tech type shit. That makes sense.
Right.
Word. Yo, talk to us, Alan. What about you, man? How you feel? Who your favorite draft pick the Nets ever got?
Um, mm, I would have to say, man, even though, I mean, he just, you know, just proved it to me that he loyal to the brand. But I'm gonna have to say Claxton.
Plaques. There we go.
Um, Claxton to me is probably my favorite. The fact that we got a dude like him in the second round, the first pick. The fact that he a dog, he ain't afraid of nobody who
Yo,
step up
fearless.
to him. Like he a dog. He gonna get in that court. Classic gonna play his heart out. He may not have the offensive game of the Cam or these other guys in the league, but once he step on that court, he's gonna give you 100%. I love seeing the athleticism from him. Every time he send a shot into the bleachers, or every time he dunk, you see it with energy. You know what I'm saying? He don't back down from Giannis. He don't back down from Embiid. He don't back down from none of these guys. He's a straight dog. And I mean, the moment we drafted him, I was like, oh yeah, we got a winner. Cam would probably be my other favorite, but for me, I like Claxton. I really want Claxton on this team. I want him to retire here. If I'm being real, like
Oh,
that.
okay.
I Claxton to me is somebody and he just proved it by re-signing here. Like he really loved Brooklyn. Like he loves this area. He loves the team. He's willing to go through a rebuild to win here organically. Like, yeah, I was here. They drafted me. We did this. One day, if we do contend, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, for me, it's got to be Clax.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, you almost got me picking Clax too, man. Bro, everything you said is true,
That's
bro.
a fact.
Bro, everything you said, you got to consider to part of the reason why he will be a favorite draft pick, bro. That seeing a player with what's the word, more round, like a player that want to be here, that go a long way with the fans. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I got big
Fine.
respect for Clax, but I'm gonna say Cam Thomas, but not taking anything away from Kerry Kittles or Claxton. I thought those were really good picks that y'all mentioned. Um, but again, I like Cam Thomas. You know, he could have forced a trade too. He could have said I wanted to be a better contender or something like that. But he probably felt like some of the stuff y'all said was true too. You know, why go and play behind somebody? I'm gonna have the opportunity to play here and be the man here. And seeing him throw that first pitch out for the Mets, it shows me like they really gonna make him the face of the franchise, even if it's only for one season.
You heard the
He's still
crowd,
going,
man. The crowd
huh?
sounded like they was fucking with Cam Thomas too when he went to throw that pitch. I was going to mention that. Like the crowd was
Yeah,
cheering for him like they fuck with Cam Thomas.
yeah,
It was,
yeah.
it was like he was at the wrong stadium. He was supposed to be with the Yankees. I was weak.
Go with
Yo,
Yo, I was dying.
I'm a Yankee fan, so of course I'm gonna feel that way. But I'm just saying, it definitely seemed like he was getting love when they said his name.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I'm
And
telling
to
you,
add,
yeah, that's a
hold
fact.
on, and to add to what LM was saying, he showed some of that patience too. You know, big playing behind KD, Kyrie, and Harden, knowing that you know what I mean. Y'all seen the frustration he had on the bench. Everybody made it seem like he had a bad attitude, but he's a competitor. You know, he felt like he was able to. He was NBA ready, and he wanted to play, and he showed that. But he stayed diligent, he stayed loyal, and he's still here. So he shows a certain commitment and loyalty to the franchise, to the Brooklyn Nets too. So he's one of the reasons why that's part of the reason why he's my favorite player, or favorite draft pick. But
Right.
yeah,
As of right now, those are our two best players on this team as of right now,
Yo, like
Cam
I
and
said,
Claxton.
man, we 1-0 right now with the Cam Thomas era.
Yeah.
Hey, I see it.
Listen, I just wish that we were in a better predicament because real talk, I do want to see this. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm excited because at the same time, we do have a possibility of getting a pick. But I do agree with Breezy at some point too. I do want to see an era where if Cam and Claxton on this team, we winning games. Like I do want to see some sort of where we
I want to
are
see us win games
winning
this year.
games.
All that shit y'all talking about tanking. I want to see it happen this year. Like, oh shit, niggas thought we was gonna be trash and we nice. That's what I.
Nah, I can agree
Make
with
it
that.
happen, Jay. You gotta
I,
be smart about this
I,
one.
I would
This
love
year.
to see it, man.
At least not
I'm
this year.
just
If you're
so
talking about next
look,
year, I'm all game.
yo,
Yeah,
Next year, hell yeah,
I
look.
think
I'm all
Sean wants
game.
to get in the play in next year, so I think there will be bigger moves. But also, we don't have to. We could get another top pick after that. Like, there's options next year too.
That's true. But if we talking
But
next
if
year, I
we
mean,
just
I do
end up
want
being
AJ.
good,
AJ
then
would
why
be
not just
fire.
be good?
Or Boozer. Boozer's really good too.
Yeah, but I don't know because I mean I'm conflicted because Atlanta made a plan and they still got the first pick. So I mean I'm conflicted. If we make a plan, are we still gonna have like we tie? It would be crazy if we made the plan and we didn't get the number one pick, but we got like two or three. Like I feel like that would be
That
wild.
would be
I think
nuts.
I think that's the area where that could happen. Because just because you're the worst team don't mean you guarantee the number one pick anymore. So
Right.
I'm conflicted. I mean, I feel like we should be winning some games, but I feel like I do want us to at least try to get into the top three.
Yo,
But I mean, I
y'all,
don't know.
y'all in here talking like y'all want to break Detroit record, and I don't.
I mean,
that was
Detroit got
terrible.
Cade, man. They got Cade.
Oh,
They got young talent to build with, right? They got Cade. They got
Nah,
Durant.
listen. I'm gonna tell
Bro,
you.
they set that record last year with Cade.
Listen. I'm telling you. I went to go troll. I went to Twitter. I found the Detroit fan spaces, bro. It was no reason to troll them. They miserable. They are miserable, bro. So I was there for five, maybe 1 minute, bro. They was like, I hate this fucking team. We're so trash.
ooh.
How the fuck we can't win this game? We lost to the Brooklyn Nets. If we was ever gonna beat a team, it's the Brooklyn fucking Nets. Like, yo, they was vexed. I was like, you know what? I'm not trolling them. Let me just leave while I can. Word.
When you see
So
the downfall from Detroit from like 2004 to now, it's actually really sad. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Well,
Like
they had
seeing
some
that team,
pieces. I mean, Blake Griffin, that was a move that didn't work out that really set him back. Like, if Griffin never got hurt, you wonder what could they have been if they had a star on that team, you know?
right?
That
Like, I
time.
mean, I feel like they did. They have they block building block with Cade, with Ivy, with Jalen Duran. They just got to put the pieces together. I mean, hopefully, Bickerstaff. I think what Bickerstaff is they coach now. So I mean, hopefully they try to put some. They got Ron Holland in the draft. Hopefully they just try to. They still got a Star Thompson there too. Hopefully they just try to put it together, man. I feel like they not a contending team, but I feel like they can be a pretty good team. But I mean, it's bad over there, man. I will say at least we not them.
I'm not
I'm
trying
not
to.
even gonna
Yo,
hold you.
you saying at least we not them? Y'all talking like y'all want to be them. I don't want to be them.
No,
But
we,
no,
we got the
no.
most
But the
draft
thing
assets in
is,
the
we
league.
had
We'll be all right.
right,
Okay.
and for the past few years, we had Katie, Kyrie, and Harden. Them niggas didn't have them. Like
Yeah.
they've been losing for a couple of years. At least we reached the second round at some point in our big three era. We was
so
on
hold
top
on.
of the
Let me
board at
let me,
some point.
hold on. Jaden Ivey was what pick? He was like the fifth pick.
Yeah, I think it was the fifth round, the fifth year.
So because my thing is, look, they had Wiseman, they had Durant, they had Kate Cunningham, they had Jaden Ivey. They got these high draft picks, and they still bad.
They had no vets, Breezy. That's what you got to remember. They only had Joe Harris, and he didn't even play. Like, they had no vets on that team. Well, they had Bogdanovich, too, but he didn't play much either. He got hurt a lot. So that's what was
So
kind of
you
And
bad.
saying
I think it's they coaching too. Like I think they coaching staff based on who they got. I mean, no offense to what's his name? Frank, I forgot what was his name during that time, but I think they didn't have a good coach
Monty,
either.
They didn't
Monty
have a good
Williams.
organization,
No,
period.
not
They had
Monty.
so many different directions they wanted to go.
It was some black man named Frank something. I forgot who he was.
Well, Monty Williams
But
was the coach when they lost all them games last year.
Hey, he got the
yeah,
bag.
last year
Monty got the bag.
Monty doesn't do good with young talent, and I think that was the
Right.
issue right there.
Well,
Monty does good with teams like Phoenix and you know what I'm saying, teams that already got championship contending
well, for them, they were
aspirations.
saying because Kate is the point guard, he doesn't have anybody to pass to for one, and he doesn't have nobody on a team that can really shoot like that. So you know what I mean? It's just him trying to do a whole lot of nothing, and you got Durant in the post. You know what I'm saying? So between them two, there's nothing else unless you put Ivy in the game, and then still you don't got enough. You know what I mean? So it's always been
Right,
shooting and other people that create and that they don't have on the team.
right. So compared to them, we would be Detroit for just one season.
Yeah.
It's not like it would be like for the next few years. That's why I said earlier, this rebuild, if done right, can be just 2 years. It doesn't. It's not. Realistically, it's not going to take long. I
Right.
said it on BK and my Hoops podcast the other day. Most of the players in this team for late first rounders, they're not that bad.
Right.
None of the players on this team is completely trash. You look at Kean Thomas, there's something there. You look at Jalen, there's something there. You look at Clowney, there's something there. You look at Claxton, there's something there. Even Derek with his bad start, there's still something there. He's only 19. Like these are players that you can use to add to a generational talent and then go from there, add more pieces around these guys
Right.
and get the ball rolling. Doesn't have to take long. Like I get nobody wants to be that Philly trust the process era nonsense. It don't even have to be that. And you got two generational talents drafts coming up this year and in 2026. So it's like you can't miss. Period. If Sean Marks know what he's doing, but that's yet to be seen. So
Oh,
hopefully he does what's right. But we can compete. I feel like in 2 years. I feel like by the
Yo, hold on, Ella.
26 season, or
easy.
27 season, I feel
Yo,
like we could be there.
yo, real quick, yo, because y'all sound like y'all having nice, calm conversation. I feel like starting some shit right now. Y'all too calm
Oh
and nice right
damn! Oh
now.
damn!
Shout to
I don't know
Easy.
why. I
Don't
just feel like
crash the
starting
whip,
some shit. Y'all
Easy.
too calm and nice right
No, he
now.
about to go off. Please. We got to hide. We got to hide.
Yeah, I don't know why. Y'all just sound too calm right now, yo. Every time I pop up, y'all be on some shit. Now I feel like I gotta start some shit. Yo, real quick, yo. I'm just in that trolling mood right now, yo. Real quick, yo. Y'all niggas fiending for some wins, y'all, because y'all see somebody else winning. Y'all need to hold it the fuck down. Take these L's like a man. Hold
No,
it down,
man.
yo. Take these L's
No.
like a man. Nah, take that L, man. Hold it
No.
down, yo. Hold
I
that
don't
shit
want
down.
I don't want no fucking L's. I want to fucking win every
We won
game.
tonight. Yay!
Stay down till you come up. Stay down till
Man,
you come
save
up.
that winning shit for next season. We not trying
Yeah.
to win
Fuck that.
we not
Fuck
trying to
that
win
season
this
too.
season.
Let's
Fuck
go
Nah.
that next
perfect
season
0
too.
and 82, man.
We
Come on.
we
I don't know what's
Oh,
up with that.
yo,
we gonna
John.
start
0 and
we
82 not gonna get us that draft
nah.
pick, bro.
Nah, we
At least
starting
second or
this
third.
we
I'll
gonna
take
start the
that.
season now 3-0, man. What?
Oh,
We gonna start the season out 3-0.
and we just trade everybody.
That's
Sweet,
fine as
sweet.
long as that's fine as long as we finish 3-82, man. I'm good. Let's finish
Let's
3-0.
go.
And let's
Yo,
just stay at 82.
That
But
We good.
real quick, let me ask this question real quick. 'Cause I want to ask this question because it's a good point that I heard. So like, one is running right by y'all, and I don't want to bring the nigga name up, but it is what it is. Do you think
Mm.
Zach Edey has the potential to be the best player that came out this draft?
Man, stop smoking with leaf smoking, man.
right.
No,
You
no, no, no,
smoking
I'm
no,
that
no.
you
Wait,
just
wait,
smoking
wait,
them
wait,
leaf
wait,
leaves?
hold
wait,
on,
wait.
hold
No,
on.
no, 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 no. Well, I'm smoking right now, but not that leaf. But hold on, hold on, hold on, bro. Hold on. Just hear me out, right? Hear me out. He went to the perfect team that suits his needs, and from what
Hmm.
we've seen from Summer League, those shits for a fact can translate. At the very least, you're going to be a high rebounding person. I mean,
Hmm.
that's a good look right there. Like
But then
from
that Connect dude, the Lakers, then he dropped 20 something the other day. Like he
yeah,
out there balling. He can
I
shoot.
mean, you got a point, Jay. You got a point, but then like if we talking about the shot, your shot could go and come at any point in time. So like, yeah,
Well, I'm
you
just saying because you said the best player, so I'm trying to think of who else is doing good right now
I think you
outside.
I
got to
mean,
look
we
at
got yet to see
Stephon
Charles.
Castle easy. He's
Yeah,
in a
we
really great
yeah,
position. He's got Paul
Castle.
and Wemby. Still learn a
let
We
me.
lot.
haven't seen
I
Star.
haven't
I
seen
think
I haven't seen
Star and
Castle.
Ricochet. I think Star and Ricochet play tomorrow.
what I'm
Nah, they
gonna
play
say
Um.
tonight,
is,
right? They didn't play tonight.
Oh yeah, they play tonight or something like that. I don't know.
They
I
what
don't
they
know who
already
won
played.
that
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
what I'm gonna say
But
about
I'm
Zach,
saying that
right?
because the
He
man went to the perfect team to suit his needs, and you know for a fact, like he gonna start at a reasonable rate. Like if he don't start at the beginning, like probably 20 games in, they gonna start giving this man burn. You can't say that for all the other rookies. Now I haven't seen Castle, I haven't seen Dillingham, and I haven't seen Ricochet, and Saw. So I don't know how they're gonna look. But for
look,
what I'm seeing from Edie, especially with the team that he went to, because if he went to this team, all that bullshit not fucking happening, Leaf. All that fucking shit not happening. But he went to the right team that suits his needs. It looks
what
good.
what I'm
So
gonna
I'm
say
saying he
though,
got the potential to be
easy.
rookie of the year.
What I'm
You
gonna say
anybody
is
disagree?
he's gonna have a big impact on that team. I'm gonna tell you why. Watching that first summer league, when the dude sets a screen,
I'm guessing nobody disagree with it.
they get
I
an
guess Leaf was
open
cooking
three
then, right? Leaf was
almost
cooking?
every time.
We need
They get
another
an open
big though, easy.
every time
Memphis.
he sets the screen. They get an open three
I
every
mean,
time he
Memphis
sets.
is a good team. Ja gonna come back. You already know Ja and Desmond Bain coming back. You go that. I mean,
Man, that's
it doesn't
7'4",
guarantee.
300 pounds in front of you.
Yeah,
Like
and that's what I'm
who the
saying. But
fuck
that's
is
what I'm
getting in
saying.
front of that?
He's doing that in summer league, creating
That is
threes.
true.
If you get Ja,
All I'm saying though, like he could be number. I mean, not number one, but like best player from this draft. Though. That's all I'm saying.
It
That's
could
all
be
I'm saying.
possible. I mean, they don't got Steven Adams, so I mean that's a really
That's
good
a huge
replacement.
loss. That's a huge loss for them. He was an
But
anchor.
I mean, they traded him, so it's not like a loss. They did that willingly.
Well, he was injured. I mean, if he wasn't injured, I don't think they would have traded him.
I mean, if
That's a good point.
him and Jaren Jackson Jr. together, because I know Jaren Jackson Jr. is probably going to be more so on the perimeter, but
Right.
Zach Edey in that paint specifically, I ain't gonna hold you.
And what I'm going to say
Man.
too, another point is every time
It's a
he
conversation.
rolled,
When the season starts, it's gonna look interesting. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
yeah,
saying. But
every time in
yo,
summer league,
real quick, not to take over the conversation and nothing like that, but yo, real quick, we're gonna continue this conversation about the Billboard top 100 albums. We're gonna take this shit over to my nigga Big Ox Media. We tap in tomorrow night, graveyard shift. We're gonna talk about this shit. We got a lot planned for that
Oh
night
yeah,
too.
that shit was wild.
So we're gonna
Yeah,
get in tune with this list right here. But tomorrow night, shout out to our nigga Big Ox Media. Go
facts.
like, share, subscribe, tap into his content. We're gonna get into that because that list was wild.
Yeah.
Nigga,
Now
I'm
I'm gonna be
still
there
on
for
that
that.
shit. Ain't
I'm
no
gonna be
way
there
no
for that.
motherfucker gonna tell me Missy Elliott Super Duper Fly is better than DMX is dark and hell is hot. Hot.
Yeah, that was a wild list. Somebody put in the comments though. They said Adolf said Memphis gonna be a top 3 seed with 55 wins, and Edie gonna be a huge reason why.
I don't know about
Ooh.
55 wins. I don't know
That's
about
a
55 wins.
crazy. I don't not
They
a
gotta be
55
crazy take.
wins.
That's a
healthy. They
hot
gotta be
take.
healthy, man. West is very tough right now. They gotta be
It,
extremely
I'm
I
healthy.
about to
mean,
say
they're
that's
a
what I was
good
trying to
regular season
explain.
team, but 55 wins, like I don't see Ja and Desmond Bain.
Josh got to rein in going to the rim so wild like he does. He hurt his own self by going to the rim so many times
Well,
in a crazy
that's
manner. He's
what
got to
I'm
reel that
saying.
in.
You got to
Yo,
look at
I'm
it.
John. I said the same thing. Like, yo, this man play style is connected to injury. His play style,
Right.
no matter what you say, is going to be connected to injury, bro. Like
Right.
he's not Derrick Rose, but he high flying and hurting himself almost near close to Derrick
That's what I
Rose,
said
bro.
about
Yeah, I
Ace
was
Bailey.
thinking the
That's what I said
same
about
shit,
Ace
bro.
Bailey. Easy. If we get Ace Bailey, he's a great explosive young guy, but he's going to reel that in eventually. Or else you go what Ja does, you're going to hurt yourself. Like you cannot just
Ja
rely on
reminds me of
explosive
That
all
what
the
shit is
D
time.
Rose used
exciting
to
though.
do
It
when
is,
D
but
Rose
damn,
was
nigga, I
younger.
be getting anxiety, bro. I be seeing this nigga fly in the air. I'm like, bro.
Nah, you're right. You're right, but that's why niggas love him because that shit exciting to watch. You be like, oh shit.
Yeah, but they might have beat the Lakers if he didn't F his hand up. If he hurt his hand, like Lakers came back because of that because he was injured.
I don't know about
But I
that,
think
John. I
Edie,
don't know
I
about
think Edie going help out Ja a
no.
little
If
bit.
I
I
think
don't
he's
think
gonna
it's
help
gonna
out
be
Jaren. I think he's gonna help out Triple J more than anything.
Ooh, okay.
He gonna help the team
possible.
regardless. Yo,
Triple J
that-
is not a rebounder, not in the slightest. And nigga, since he's
right.
been in the league, he has like the rebound only been going up incrementally. If it's going up incrementally, you do the same damn thing. There's no effort for there. So we
What
already know
pick
who
did
you are.
Zach Edey go? What pick was he?
I think
9.
he was
He
9,
was 9.
Yep, 9.
9 to
Wow.
Memphis. Yeah, so he was in the lottery. I'm saying though, like yo, Triple J is not a rebounder. So you got a force in the present now in the paint. Now Triple J could really roam now. He was playing great defense when he had the 5. Now it might relieve some of the defensive pressure from the 5. If he rolls to the 4, might be better. I don't know how he might look playing the 4 instead of the 5 with another big man next to him, a real big man, like a big man. So like I don't know how that's going to look, but I think it should help out Triple J more than anything.
But what I was going to say is if you watch Edie in summer league when he set the low screen and started rolling to the basket, he would seal his man underneath the rim, but they wouldn't throw it. He could have scored at least 20 something points in summer league easily if they would have threw it down to him after he rolled. Because the dude, he has that dude sealed under the rim. Like you cannot move him, you can't push him out. Like bro, like there's nothing you can do with that dude once he gets you down there.
Yo, y'all are not. If this dude is good, like y'all saying, y'all not gonna hit it in the leaf.
Zach Edey.
No,
Nah,
no, 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 no.
Leap and tagging me on Twitter. Yo.
Y'all
No,
not
no,
gonna hit it
no,
in the
Jay,
leaf up here. I
Jay.
told y'all,
No,
it's
Jay.
simple. Don't
But they
care
got
for
they
it.
got Edie
Buffalo
at
chicken.
9 though.
No, Jay. I'm shutting that shit the fuck down because the minute he pop up with that shit, I'm gonna say, who the fuck on our team is Ja Morant? Who the fuck on our team is Desmond Bain? Who the fuck on our team is Triple J? Who the fuck on our team is Marcus Smart? Derrick Rose? Santi Aldama, David Roddy. Nigga, do I have to keep on fucking going? Nigga, are you living in a fucking delusional land, nigga? Are you insane, nigga? Do we have somebody flying out the gym and passing the rock like John Morant on this team?
Sean wasn't even interested in this draft in the first place. Like, I don't know why niggas thought he was going to trade into this. Like, I'm not saying we could have used these players, but
I thought
it looked like he was
Bud
interested in this
Carrington would
draft.
have been a good option. LM, Bud Carrington, Washington got him for
Carrington would have been a
bargain.
really good option.
Yeah.
Collier was there.
Hold on, y'all. I just want to say, shout to Ken. He just joined the
I heard
panel.
Collier been doing his thing.
We finna go to Ken. Shout to Easy. And also, I think it's a little disingenuous to make it seem like Zach Edey only a good player because of the talent that he got around him. Because he do got a lot of talent around him. But I do think he's a solid player. And one of the things that Leafs mentioned was his screens. I seen a highlight where he set a screen, bro. His teammate was wide open after that screen. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could have did anything. He could have went to the basket. He could have took the midi. I think he took the midi, but he could have did a lot with the space that was created from a Zach Edey screen. So I was kind of rolling with Leaf with that. I was riding with him when it came to him mentioning Zach Edey. I think he's going to be a good player. Is he the rookie of the year? I don't know,
But
but
Breeze,
we'll see.
here's the thing, right? Yeah, Zach Edey could screen the point guard or even the 2-guard man or even the 3-guard man and take him completely out the picture. The thing is, an LM, you could relate to this because there was times Wemby was clearly open, even sometimes right underneath the basket, and the player will look at him, have the rock dribbling, and pass him off, like not even give him the rock. So and that's a young team right there. When you have a vet team, they know like that's an easy bucket. I'm giving the easy bucket to him. He gonna get my assist. Young players that don't have too much IQ or not too in tune with the game as of yet, they don't have those reads like that. So they're gonna try to take the ball for himself. So putting him on this team with a lot of players that's not even up to that level, compared to a team that went deep in the playoffs already, is just not the same level. IQ is hitting a little bit different right there, bro. IQ is hitting a little bit different.
Yeah, what's good, Breezy? What's good, everybody? Salute everybody.
Good, Kenny.
What up? What's the word?
But that's what I'm saying though. IQ is not built the same. IQ is not built the same. And we and the Memphis IQ and Brooklyn Nets IQ are not on the same level. I could say that really comfortably.
What are we talking about? We talking about like Memphis drafting and like versus Brooklyn?
We're just talking about like players from the draft and like summer league and shit like that.
Niggas thought we was gonna get Zach Edey. That's the thing.
No. That's Leaf. That's Leaf. No.
Nah, we got Nick Claxton though, so that don't really make sense though.
That's why I knew Claxton was gonna resign.
So then why
we wasn't gonna let him
get Edey then? That don't make sense. We got a young athletic big in Claxton.
No, because Claxton was connected to John Morant from their college days, and they said the one team that Claxton would want to go to a sign and trade would be Memphis because he would fit in that system. And you don't really give a guy like Claxton a big contract when you're rebuilding. That's why all that gossip was going on.
And Ken, here's the thing too, right? So like if you draft Zach Edey, you don't have to give Nick because when the draft happened, like right after the draft, like not too far off, that's when we gave Claxton that big contract, that $100 million contract. If you draft Zach Edey, or if you come with the intention of drafting Zach Edey, you don't have to necessarily give that big contract to this guy no more. As an organization, it's gonna be fucked up because you probably was talking with this nigga the whole time, like in contract negotiations. You can pivot now and be like, I don't really need to give him this bag now. He could go in the open market and see for himself, and hopefully we could do a sign and trade now.
We not that smart, bro. We not that smart. We don't.
Hold on. I want to say,
Ace, you won't be so small anymore.
Yo, hold on. Yo, man, I apologize, y'all. I gotta cut it short. I want to say shout out to the whole panel. Shout out to Easy for pulling up. And yeah, I'm gonna be there with y'all and Big Ox tomorrow about that hip hop joint. Shout out to Eskimo. Shout out to This Is JTV, LM, Easy, John, Ken, Jay from BK, and anybody else that I might have forgot to mention. I want to say thank you guys for helping me reach some 700 subscribers. And we're gonna be back with some more content soon, man. Later.
Fun show tonight, guys. See you on the other show if you come on. Have a good night, guys.